And we are live. Welcome everybody to the
Yeah,
cafe. So please do not mind me this week. As you can tell, voice is not doing the hottest, but hey, we're still here. Ultra, V Dub Travel, Stacy, sir, welcome guys. Steven, Irwin, Aeroflex, PCB. Yes, welcome. It is the funnest Sunday show for 3 months straight. Oh God, we're almost on four. Um,
yeah, around four.
yeah,
I wouldn't say three.
approximately
I think it's
four.
more than three. Yeah, around four. I have forgotten the day that we started this. This has become such a routine.
Yes. Let's see. Erwin saying, I'm so pumped for this. BCB, hello. Aeroflex, get everybody out there. Erwin, hello. Ultra, sir, good morning. I know it's early for you. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Yep.
Lucifer, good evening. Yes, we are here. We're waiting for Antonio. We're going to have a few special guests tonight. I'm sorry if
Mm-hmm.
my voice is blowing your guys' speakers up this evening. If I'm too loud, just let me know. I'm like trying to scream to talk with you. So, um, do my best. Daniel, hello. So we had some big bombs drop at for me, it was like 1:30
Yeah.
in the morning last night. Let's see here. Where are we at? Wake up again. Let's see. Oh, woke up again. Well, thank you, sir. They are coming in. Frankie DeLuca, evening Arca Legion. Yes. You sound like
Yeah.
okay. I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. I'm here. Um,
Then back again at my mustache. No, don't worry. I'm not going to shave it.
yes. Here, Miss Kira. Hey, welcome, guys. So, and the bad thing is my voice has not been this bad all day. Up until like the last hour, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Yes, Caddy's Kira. Yep. I was up way too late reading those
Yeah.
announcements. I know. John F. Hey guys, welcome.
Those were
Um,
some pretty big announcements, in fact. I mean, not those normal announcements that you actually look through. Pretty
yeah,
big and intensive, I would say.
very. I was
Yeah.
up last night in some Twitter spaces, and the next thing I know, I look over, I'm like the announcement group at 1:30 in the morning. Uh-oh. Like, what's going on? Let's see here. Fly fishing went
When
bomb.
bomb.
We
All
don't
throughout the
know. They're
cafe.
always here blowing up. Let's see here, Zen. Oh, Dan, I hear mustaches are big in India.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, so yeah, let's see here. The announcement group. We got one special guest. Welcome.
All right,
So,
bring him in.
blue collar, sir. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Good to
Hey,
see you out here.
Yes, good to see you too, man.
Does it
Sorry
look
for
now,
the
good?
before
Does
we
it look all
actually
right? Can
start,
you hear me?
yeah,
Can you
before
hear
we
me
actually
now?
start, yes, we can. Blue color, is it the real or the virtual background that you have?
Oh man, that is not my house, buddy.
that's wishful thinking. That's dreaming right
That's
there.
So
Oh
well,
yeah,
it
man,
could
someday.
be in a few years. It could be. You never know.
I
you
just found
never
it on the
know.
internet somewhere. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm allowed
Nah,
to
it's
use.
pretty good. It's pretty
um,
good.
yeah, you can use. I don't want to say that because I don't know the legal ramifications. I take
Hmm.
my own pictures and that's what I roll with. But I got pictures for the last 20 years building up.
Right,
Seymour Bowles, howdy, Blue. The
right,
love, BCB, welcome, Blue Collar.
all right. I
Mm.
can see the comments, but I can't comment back on this
Yeah, you'll
StreamYard.
have to go back to
Ye-
your YouTube channel and
I
do
go
that.
back to YouTube. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So here
yep.
you'll only be able to view the comments. I think
Oh,
Okay,
only
you,
Caddy has access to type them since
we
okay.
need to
his
find a way to fix that. I don't
yeah.
like being the only one in control of this.
Nah.
um, and the other thing too is, Blue Collar, you can tell us to shut the heck up for a moment. Hey, and give you a shout out to your guys out there.
Oh man,
Uh,
hold on. I'm trying to get on to YouTube to today's. There we
Right?
go. The Archa Cafe. Watching.
yes. Good to
Yeah,
see you here, Blue. That's Ultra.
there we go.
Let's see. Keep holding Arca. It'll be your house. Yes. Let's see. Watching from tongue tied Manila, Philippines. So welcome. Uh-oh. Blowing up here. What do we got going on? Nothing. Let's see. Blue, I see you in the DGen channel all the time. Yes. Um, out there in the Twitter spaces. Let's see. Guys. Yeah.
Just doing what I
So
can.
Yeah, I was hanging out in a few of them last night, probably partially to blame with what's going on today. But yeah, let's see here. I was jumping over to the announcements that dropped last night. I guess we can start off with the more simple. I don't want to say the simpler ones, but before we get into the more in depth, the more straightforward. So,
Yeah.
Archangel has made its second donation of $2,000. It was submitted to Actions Against Hunger as part of the state. Here we go. Stage 3 charity initiative. And then also our donation for to a chance in life for $4,000 has been delivered as part of that stage 3 charity initiative. If you guys haven't checked out Actions Against Hunger and the oh goodness, a chance in life, definitely check out those nonprofits. They're doing some great things out there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm still scrolling up just from the bombs last night at 1:30. So you had some content today there, Blue.
I think I got it out at 1:00 in the morning. Late nights,
Oh yeah. This one, yeah, it dropped for me. I think it was like 1:30 is when I caught it. And I was looking back through and I'm like, holy crap. Like I heard my phone going nuts and I just didn't think nothing of it. I was too busy, with other things. I'm like, all right, it's just probably some DMs. And I seen those from the announcement group, and it's like, uh-oh, what do we got a day early? So yeah, guys, you know what? If you want to roll with it for a second, I'm going to try to grab a drink and still be here with you guys as much as I can.
Sure. I mean, go on. All right, let me just quickly share my screen so it's visible for everyone. Bum.
And while you guys are doing that real quick, I see Brendan was saying Caddy needs a sick day. And of course, wife speaking up, Caddy's stubborn and won't miss a day. She knows me all too well. All too well. We got another visitor in the house.
Bring
Are
him
you
in.
ready there, sir? Let's see. I don't think he can see us just yet. So for the very first time on the Archa Cafe, Mr. Just a Crypto Guy, what is going on?
Whoa.
What is up,
Archa Hello there.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
All good.
Right. Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Definitely, man. Look, I've been honored to have you guys here.
Yeah.
That's one thing we wanted to always make this show about is just, bringing the community together, everybody just coming and having a good time. It's Sunday night. This ain't Monday. Well, okay, for some it is. I'm sorry, Mr. Aslan. For some it is Monday.
That's all right. I mean, let me.
Yeah, we got some huge announcements, man. That was that was impressive.
I'm just waiting for the Zoom to kick in. So, I mean, whatever are the announcements made, they're pretty much visible because it's quite a small font on my monitor.
You can go into settings and you can enlarge it and then close out.
Done that.
But while you're looking for that, give the shout outs here real quick from Rob. What's up? I can't say it right now. Just a Crypto Guy. Great to see you.
See, Erwin, I think we need to change the layout a little so that my screen is visible. It's not coming up, or is it?
Wait, here you go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
There you go. Perfect. All right, let's run through this quick. So, regarding the development of the Guardian platform, last week the contract with the commercial development team was signed to continue phase 1 development, and this is a critical advancement as the platform's back-end networking and engineering aspects continue to mature and solidify. It also means that the table has been slapped on the development of initial capabilities of Guardian. We cannot add any further components to this first wave without impacting the platform's iron triangle. That's your cost, schedule, and performance. I like this word, iron triangle. So the next wave of components, possibly from Arca's Epics 2 and 3, will need to wait until all the components have finished their phase 1 development. So just some thoughts on that from my side. I mean, really good that the way they are approaching is in stages and not put everything at one shot. I mean, end of the day, you need the product to be flawless. You need the product to be up and working without any issues as such. And that is the place where you need to actually calculate and go in a step-by-step basis, ensuring that these three pillars or these three iron triangles, and triangle, that's it, cost, schedule, and performance, are not impacted at all. So I really like this particular concept from my side. So Blue on Caddy and Just a Crypto Guy, any thoughts from your side?
Go ahead, Blue.
Oh man, I don't know. I think that's
Sorry, guys. I just got back. I missed what was being said there.
do it. Well, we're
Yeah.
talking about you're talking about. Yeah, hold on, man. I'm trying to catch up to where you were at.
All right, the
Trying to go
first
to the
paragraph. I
announcement,
mean, I
man.
meant
I'm sorry
about
about
approaching
that.
it in stages. They speak of the iron. I mean, Joe speaks of the iron triangle, the cost, schedule, and performance. It only means that the phase one development, until that is complete, the other components, that is your epics 2 and 3, that will not be taken up for the time being. The main reason being they need to focus more on the cost, the performance, and the schedule. I mean, these three are the main in things that they will be focusing on. So my thoughts here were like, it's a very good approach, mainly considering the fact that they need the platform up and running without any issues, and it should be flawless. Only that is met and catered to. Instead of dumping everything on one go, it's always good that you go with the methodological approach. I have some trouble pronouncing that, but okay, it's the step-by-step approach. I would say that's a simpler word.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, with all the stuff that was coming out and all the things that Guardian platform is going to do, I mean, we need to get that right. So, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So the more, the more we put into it now, the better base we get, the easier it'll be to add stuff onto it as we go. So I think it's smart. I think, well, like everything else that Archangel has done thus far, it seems very smart. So.
Nice. Welcome to Aquesta. How are you doing?
Very good. Hold up a second. I've got to go get my dinner.
That's good. Hope
No,
you're
that
having
time.
It's yeah.
I don't think y'all want to see my dinner right at the second. Okay,
Hey,
that's
how
Yeah.
far did you get on this announcement? Just the initial platform has 16 components and 13 are being developed by Guardian and 3 are not. Because I missed what you were saying at the very, or I missed the very
Okay,
beginning. You
it's
just read the very
above
first
that.
paragraph, right?
Yeah, it's above that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can add
All right.
further components. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like it's big time. Like they're doing a bunch of things at once. Very impressive. They're going to come out with the initial use case and then keep continuing to build on each project, which that's what we got to do. That makes perfect sense.
right.
Okay.
It's going to end up launching with 4 to 5 components that are active right out of the gate, and as time progresses, and it's going to come rapid fire, and the other 13 components of Guardian directly will start coming to life as time goes on. So the one thing about it is the platform itself is going to stay innovative. Not only is these new features going to come to life, but the features that are already present, they're going to constantly evolve out there. I personally can't wait for phase 2. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys roll with it again.
Oh, nice.
Well, rightly said there, Caddy. I mean, in fact, if people do remember from the time being that this were announced, it was only 6 components that Guardian was supposed to have, and it's already ramped up to 13, right? Or 16, I
Yes.
would say. So that shows that the platform is very much innovative. The platform is ever developing, and it can adapt and adopt new technologies or new things that are coming out in the crypto space. And that's one thing which I have been stressing in from day one of whatever I've spoken about Archangel. That's the only thing that I really like. It's a very big differentiator when it comes to certain other crypto projects that are out there in the market. So that
Right.
adoption and adaptability of this particular platform, it's huge. So tomorrow, anything and everything that comes out in the crypto space can be part of the Archangel ecosystem. It's not limited at all. So it's a truly unlimited capability that the entire Archangel token or the project as a whole has. So let me just move on without nagging too much on the one single paragraph, because there is a lot to go through.
Yeah.
So Guardian's initial platform has 16 components. 13 are being developed by the Guardian and 3 are not. The 13 that are being developed by Guardian are token data, token and coin data, prices, volume charts. That will be the details. Market Watch, crypto news and hot topics, the regular ones that you get. Global exchange info, volume, pairs, and activity. Brainstem, we have been speaking about this for quite some time. Exclusive video platform covering all things crypto. Marketers Hub, find marketers and influencers using posted profiles. And this Marketers Hub will actually be for those vetted people. It will not be the generic kind of guys, whom you do not know whether they are actually true or fake. You do have a lot of such scammy messages going on for new projects wherein they say I have 200k subscribers, I have 80k subscribers. So whether they are bots or whether they are actual legitimate people, that's something that would be vetted before anyone gets into this Marketers Hub. So that's something that I personally like a lot. Now, Herald being the project level announcement and message board, a one-stop shop for the official announcements to go through. Risk assessment, evaluate your strategy and risks, that would be coming up later. Spider or Spy Doctor, however you want to call it. Still confused with the pronunciation. I'll wait for
Yes.
someone on the with Joe or anyone to confirm that.
Yep.
Or if it leaves us to figure out how we want to pronounce. I mean, I think half of it will be split and split, but nonetheless, user and project level security features. That's really nice to see. I'm very interested and excited about this particular concept.
Right.
In fact, but anyways,
Right.
it's planned for
Genlock has a
Q3.
lot going on.
Yeah.
Genlock, I think, is going to be a huge piece of this puzzle too, especially for if we're looking at for that generational aspect.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Aslan, I'll let you go on there, buddy.
No problem. So, Genlock, like Caddy said, securing digital assets for a fixed period with designed recipients. And Backtracks, this is something really nice. It's your portfolio tracking, personal crypto portfolio builder and tracker. Whale Watcher, watch top whales in crypto projects. The main advantage of this that you would get by Whale Watcher is the moment that any such big wallets make. So by that, what you gain is one, you can gain knowledge on how they operate in the crypto space, and two, you can also get to know in certain projects where they are actually in the same project that you are invested in, how the project is being manipulated by the whales as well. So that's something that is really interesting to have a look at. DeFi Extreme, now set a container for crypto DeFi projects. Token strength, aggregate score of token strength based on attributes. Now, this is a pictorial representation of all your 16 components, out of which your Scratch is an external project, the first ever external project to be part of the Archangel ecosystem. Your FEG and Charity projects would not be a totally full-blown partnership, but will be acting as a wing for the DeFi aspect as well as the charity aspect. They would make it much more value add to the entire Guardian platform rather than being it's more of a strategic partnership, I would say.
Yes.
Utilize their resources and a win-win situation for both Archangel and both of these two projects. Now, anyone
Right.
looking out for making a charity, then Charity platform might provide them the option, and that too through Guardian itself. You don't need to go ahead to a different platform over there.
Yep.
Now with
So-
FEG, if you want to go ahead and swap a token, now FEGX exchange would be integrated into the Guardian interface. So that API would help you go ahead and swap tokens as such. So those are the DeFi aspects that Guardian is trying to build. And it's not limited to FEG alone. There might be other DeFi components that still might get added up in the coming days as well. So Scratch Engine, speaking on which, before I move on, anyone has any thoughts on these updates, the components?
So, yeah, what I wanted to point out there is with Charity, with FEG, with Scratch, Scratch being an external project within the ecosystem, that NFT platform, the evaluator, or the engine that they're building is a game changer in the space. Like, shout out to them, a recognized need out there. And what Guardian is all about is being that user-centric platform. It's to bring everything to simplify your research, your path with crypto. Now, where Charity and FEG fit in is FEG is a great resource for an exchange. They have been out there for a while. They can bring value to your new users along with Charity. The thing about it is with crypto, everything's so far spaced out there. Like, you can go out and doing research, you'll click 100 different links in one project. You're going to Dex Tools, you're going to Etherscan. You're looking to see kind of what donations they've done. What you can do here is you can bring everything and just stay in one place. And that'll bring us, into phase 2 there. So sorry.
That's right.
Let's
So
see.
Blue,
Obito,
let's
hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Blue Guy. I was going to ask that when somebody mentioned Chica on a Sunday. Like, come on, that is not possible.
I don't even know when it's from, man. It's from a few days ago.
Hey, is that the lemonade? Is that the lemonade?
Oh, sweet, unsweet, half sweet.
Hey, I'm a tea drinker, but when I go to Chica, it's got to be that lemonade, man.
That
I don't know
lemonade,
what
it
it
just
is.
yeah, it's so good, but it
It
just
is.
you're like, man, that's got to be 8,000 calories in this little thing right here. It's all
Hey,
sugar, you know.
yep.
I don't know. Man, I like this project. I like the explanation of all of these things because I was looking around for it, and I'll make some videos and I'll just gloss over this because I'm like, man, I don't know what 90% of those icons are, but now there's at least a brief explanation, so that's
Right.
positive, And honestly, I don't see anybody else doing this, so hopefully we can push it out and we could get people to start using it, and Archangel and Guardian will be a household name. That's the goal, right? I mean, but someone front runs us on this, then that would be really bad, right? But I think apparently the development's far along. We're just looking to do a couple extra things and release it, right? Was it I'm sorry, that's still on the announcement, the audit. I'll let you guys continue. That's on one of these paragraphs, right?
Right.
Do it, Oslin. Read some more, man. Explain some more.
There we go.
So I was just waiting for Just a Crypto Guy if he had any thoughts. So
Yeah, I read this whole thing last night. I think the one that I'm most excited for, other than the risk assessment tool that you were talking about, Caddy, I'm really interested in the Whale Watcher. I like to think that big money is smart money. That's how they probably got big money. So to have a tool to be able to kind of see how they're moving their money around the market and what they're doing in and out of different projects, where their wallets are, that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of value there to learn, which is a huge thing, especially if I'm a new investor. I'm going to come in day one and be like, hey, what's the smart money doing? So I'm really excited for that tool and see how that one plays out.
That's a good call.
So-
I wonder how it's going to work. Because I'll tell you what,
I can tell you how it's going to work.
Yeah.
We're going to click on it. It's going to be your wallets.
Yeah.
Because you're a big roller.
Yeah. High roller. I'm not even on the top 4,000 list on most of the other projects. Dude, this one, but that's how I got into Archangel, man. I was just clicking on like huge wallets in Saitama, and I was like, oh, check this guy out, man. He just bought a whole bunch of this token over here. But now, man, there's so many projects out there that like it's too many projects out there. So
what was the number the other day, Caddy? What did you say? 10,000? Something like that?
I think Caddy is on mute.
We can't
But
hear
okay,
on
it's
mute,
more
buddy.
than around 17,000
Caddy, you're muted.
each other. Caddy, you're on. Yeah, now we can.
It was hid. But yeah, no, I think the last time I checked, and this has been some time, that there was 10,000 plus. Now I believe that it's over 16K plus.
It's around 17,000 plus projects.
Think about this. That's on one thing. That's just massive. And the thing
they
is,
all have their own communities, and they all have their own shillers, and they all have their own everything. And it's like it's going to be hard to get people to at least come together on projects. I don't know. I think this one has what it takes once people start using these products.
Yep. Because that's the problem. Most of these projects out there, they picture crypto as a competitive space.
Yeah.
And that is completely the wrong insight or outlook to have with crypto. When you look at it as a competitive space, you're only cutting yourself off at the knees. When you look at how massive, digital assets, blockchain technology is advancing and how rapidly it's advancing. And think of how many of these tokens and projects fail within their first 12 months. Yeah. Now, it's not because most of the time, it's not because they didn't have a good idea. They were either mismanaged, misguided. They failed a step along the way, one way or another. And if we can get communities truly collaborating and learning from others' mistakes and working together, we can build something that is just unmatched out there, all of us together, and bring crypto what it needs. Because right now, I'll tell you, some people get so frustrated, they click 100. Again, I reference this all the time, but I can click 200 links in one day, and I probably looked at 10 different projects that have no relation. You jump in Twitter Spaces. I'll use this as a prime example. It can get brutal over there. It's mostly pictured as competition. There's a few guys out there who are looking for that unify. They understand what's needed as this place as it progresses. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you're absolutely right, Caddy. I mean, there is one thing that I want to put across over here, but before that, welcome to all the new people and Jadgar, yeah, welcome. Thanks for that.
Yes.
Uh, there is one thing that I want to address. See, when you speak of competition and Blue, you did speak about someone front running this. It's very difficult for someone to actually get all these components integrated into one single unit and ideally front run us. The main reason here being there is a lot of research and work that has already been put in into adding these components far behind beyond getting them into execution. So when we have already planned the execution phase and it's now just happening, it's very difficult for someone to front run us. The main reason here being even if they do the front run, it would be a cheap copy, right? So it wouldn't be the exact functionality because adding those functionality will definitely take some time and effort. It cannot be built in a day or it cannot be built in a month. So since the even if you take for that each component build itself, by the way that it is supposed to be delivering, then it definitely takes a lot of effort and time. And as far as I'm aware, if anyone wants to just create a duplicate copy of the entire Guardian or the Archangel ecosystem, it wouldn't be an easy job, right?
No.
And
That's
moreover,
trademarked.
yeah,
That is secure. That is copyrighted. That DOV, that distribution of
exactly.
value model,
Distribution of
good
value.
luck.
Yeah. And even if they want to go ahead and copy the concept, now Ed was actually speaking about this on the VC as well. He did say that many of the projects are actually copying the contract of Archangel, the new contract of Archangel, because they saw some very good features of that particular contract. So yeah, people might go ahead and duplicate the contract itself, but the actual functionality or the platform that Guardian is going to be built, that is something that is not easy to go ahead and implement, especially when you have those people who do not have that kind of a vision or do not have that kind of a resource backing them in terms of building all this stuff. And it definitely takes a lot of planning is what I would say. So being the front runner, that's okay. I mean, you might get another platform which has a similar kind of functionality added up to it, but what Archangel has is being the first in the play, right? So that
Yep.
is a very big advantage when it comes to Arca. And one more thing that I want to also address is each of these components are built for a single purpose. And in the end, you see everything coming together like a piece of a puzzle, right? And then that is when you get the big picture. And this puzzle is ever growing. So it keeps going on, going on, going on, doesn't stop. So that's something that's really interesting, and I would love to see how this, takes flight in the coming days. So let's see on the comments. Do we have
Yes.
anything?
Oh, Jagger having some fun down there with you.
Penguins. Okay.
Do we have a list of who's trying to copy our contract? Oh, they came in the
I think
main chat asking.
you can actually view that
Everyone.
in Etherscan. You can just go to Etherscan, open the contract section of Archangel, and see. Go to the bottom and check for see similar contracts. So that's
Yes.
something that you can actually verify. Where certain other projects which
go.
have it may not be 100% copy. All right. So that is not something it would show. It would show some kind of relation as to which other project has some kind of a similarity. Say 70 to 80% of similarity of what Arca contract is. And when I say copying a contract, it might not be the entire contract. It might also be certain components or lines of code in the contract. Say, for example, Ed did mention about no gas fees between transfer of old to new contract, right? So
Mhm.
that's something that single line of code might be something that people would have copied, right? It may not be the entire contract itself. So these are the things that might
Yep.
happen. But if you look at similar contracts in Etherscan, you can go ahead and check that out.
So yeah, to go back off what Jagger was saying up there earlier, I don't know what LFG is. We cannot unfortunately state the exact meaning, but let's freaking go. And I'm sorry, I can't do it with the excitement behind it tonight. It's just not
Yeah,
happening.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Is
So
there?
I'll move on because there's quite a few to run through.
Yeah.
So regarding Scratch Engine, it's an exciting external project being developed within the Arca ecosystem, and that project is executing an independent development schedule. FEGX and Charity are external projects that are not part of the Arca ecosystem, but offer utility and or services that the platform does not have yet. Like I mentioned, FEG or FEGX would provide the DeFi functionality, and Charity would give you that option of charity built into it. So additionally, Guardian will work with these these external projects to determine if they can utilize Guardian's SSO feature being developed during phase 2. Now, SSO is single sign-in option, I believe. That's the full form, but it's kind of ideally kind of adding it to your profile. Like you will have an
Yep.
individual account with Guardian, and you would be able to do certain other actions as well as utilize all this into one single component. That's what is coming out in phase 2, the integration part
Right.
of all these individual components into a single entity. So once you
Yep.
create a profile, you will be able to have access to all these individual components from your side, right? So
Yes.
once that happens, you might have options of going ahead and utilizing Charity and Figex. Yeah, sorry, Caddy, go on.
You're fine. I was just going to say, that single sign on, that is the huge part. That is the My Guardian. What I was trying to bite my tongue earlier and wait for it to come out here. I am excited about that because when Guardian was released, what was one of its main purposes was to show true integration. How can one project help another and assist and make these connect the dots? My Guardian is what's going to do that. You're going to have be able to come in, build up your portfolio, search those tokens, go to Brainstem, watch videos in regards to those tokens. You're going to be able to go to the charts, do the market watch, see what's going on. As it's being built, you can click whale watch, see in that project who the whales are, and follow the money trails. That's SSO is the key, the next big thing in my eyes. Once we get these components out there, great. I love to see them all. Then let's see them all communicate with each other. That is what it's going to be all about. Let's see.
Yeah, I think this can be a big deal.
We have a question over here on the comment section from Flyfish Junkie. Yeah. Is it possible to develop an application that can be used to clean up wallet dust and interact with the project like Charity as donations? Unfortunately, right now in the current situation, you cannot have an application to clear your dust, because when you want to clear your dust, it ideally means that you're supposed to transfer the dust tokens to some other place. And when you want to actually transfer, you need to go through that mechanism, whatever they have built in terms of linking it to another web page and stuff like that. That's ideally the compromise that you would do, right? So that's something that you cannot do as of now at all, and I don't think so it is even possible in the future as far as what my knowledge goes in crypto, because it's a smart contract built, and unless and until the smart contract itself goes void, that is something that you cannot do right now. So what has to happen for all these dust tokens is the contract itself should be removed from the etherscan. So once that happens is when you can actually move off, or not worry about these dust attack tokens. But as long as the contract is active on the blockchain, which I believe no one has access to actually go ahead and remove those contracts until and unless some regulatory effect comes into picture, you will not be able to do anything with it. The best you can do is stay away from them, don't interact with them in any manner, any way. Just leave it aside, let them be sitting, and that happens with each and every wallet, guys. You do not need to worry about it. In fact, what you can do with those dust tokens, just hide them in your wallet if it's reflecting and you have an option to hide. Coinbase does not have it for some weird reason, I don't know why, but sorry, nonetheless, do not interact with them right now. There is no application as such, but in future, if such a thing can be developed, let's see, let's wait and watch. So I'll move on with the updates until we have any other questions. Yeah. All right. Let's move on with the updates. Now, each of Guardian's 13 internal components have two phases of development, phase 1 and phase 2. So what are phase 1 and phase 2? Just a quick update. Phase 1 will have each of the 13 components provide a general utility and a standalone feature. They provide market news, exchange information, market prices and volume data, and live token and coin prices, videos, market and influencer coverage, etc. So every component will proceed through phase 1 development prior to release. No component jumps directly to phase 2. This will help users identify the core functionality of each component. Expect to see all the 13 components release their phase 1 product during 2022. Now, this is pretty huge because earlier, when initially the entire ecosystem was actually developed, these phases were supposed to be, these components were supposed to be coming out with a duration of 3 months between them, 3 to 6 months between them. Each component, when you say or speak about, say, let's go ahead and speak of the DeFi aspect or certain other Herald or stuff like that, there was supposed to be a time frame of 3 months to 6 months or 2 to 3 months before the development and the launch phase. But right now, since the new option of having a onboarding done for the technical side in terms of development, as well as the Google aspect, the Google cloud services that have been utilized, they have added up this functionality of development of all these 13 components parallelly with each other. So you can definitely see some very good fast-paced movement happening, and by 2022 we can definitely see all these 13 components full-fledged up and running. And what happens in phase 2? This is a significant development phase for each component. Now phase 2 introduces My Guardian, which Caddy just mentioned a little earlier, which is the ability to create a single user account on the platform and personalize your experience within each component. Now phase 2 represents components integration, meaning users can create their own customized experience using any or all of the components under a single account as they desire. Now, this is pretty huge because here you see all these 13 or 16 components that are there, they work individually on their own. Now, Brainstem will have its own token, Guardian will have its own token, and the Spider also will have its own token, right? But everything integrated into one single entity, that happens in phase 2 when you can have complete control of all these components under one single roof. So that's pretty huge in my opinion, and I'll leave this floor open for others to put in their views on this on phase 2. I mean,
Hey, Mr. Ezen, I'll jump in here. I think while phase 2 is going to be awesome because it's going to really bring the entirety together, I think what excites me the most about the idea is that phase 1 is going to launch on or around the same time that the token itself launches. We're not, Guardian's not going to be making a promise. It's not going to be like, hey, invest in us, give us, buy our tokens, hold them. It's going to be great. This thing's going to be awesome. You're going to have that functionality very early on in the project. So you're going to be able to kind of see and taste and feel what it's going to be about. And then phase 2 is just going to bring it all together. And I think that's awesome because not a lot of projects are doing that. It's a lot of no, hey, trust me, bro. That kind of stuff. Guardian's going to deliver day 1, which is great.
Yeah, you can touch it. Let me touch it. I can taste it.
No 10x or 100x crazy stuff over here.
Yeah, I agree with you, crypto guy, man. That's well said. That's that. No, how many projects out there actually have a product that you can use? Like, do any of them? Like, no, just a small like swap that doesn't work or an NFT launching platform. Like, I mean, look at SideMask. Like, maybe it's finally out. Like, I don't know, but that was a lot of hype for a lot of months, and their product, I don't know. So anyway, back on this, yeah. So they're gonna have these products are gonna not full functionality, but they're gonna be at least usable,
right?
I mean, and when like you said, the same time the token launches, so not a bunch of hype, just products,
And and I want to throw that out there too, that when it comes to IT development, when it comes to these type of development things, there's unforeseen things, hurdles that you're going to hit. And that's why some projects, they hype it up, and what they don't understand is the expectation of what could happen. And that tends to get pushed to the back burner in the hopes that everything goes goes accordingly. Well, let me tell you, in this space, you got to plan and give yourself some extra time. It's one of those things that they intended on executing by this time, and the hurdles presented themselves. That's why it's real critical with Guardian. What they're doing is they're building it in the background. They're going to make sure that utility is there on day 1, even if it means, we have to wait a couple days for that utility to come alive. It's going to come out with we can show you. You can touch it. You can use it. That's the approach that I feel like that it sets with what Guardian's doing apart from most of the crypto space, is they are making sure that this product is there. It's been done in the background. It's been, built on a stealth level to prevent that front running, like you were saying earlier there, Blue Collar. It's a cutthroat space out there in that aspect. So it's really critical to keep things under wraps. Make sure that it's being guided in the way it's supposed to. And once you can hit that point that the functionality is there, that's when the hype should come out about it. When you get to physically, that person that's hyping it has gotten to touch it. That's the way I feel. That would prevent a lot of that early on hype. I don't want to say misrepresentation or false hype, because that's true utility coming. It's just a little delayed in what they anticipated. It's all about the approach and execution, how you strategize and execute.
Right.
And that's what makes me excited about this. The way it has been done. So yeah, I mean, there's my 2 cents.
That's true. I mean, if you look at it on a very neutral angle, right? You see almost 80% of the projects which run on hype. 80% in the crypto space, it's just hype. So they just say that, okay, we are going to go to the moon, we are going to go to the sun, whatever, wherever you want to go, until unless you have fuel in your car first. But on the sidelines, you need to understand how is it that the entire system works. What are they actually planning to do now? Everyone and anyone out there in the crypto space which are having new tokens launched, they either come out with their wallet, they either come out with their NFTs, or they either come out with their own game. But do they have a thought behind what is the game going to be? Do they have a thought behind how the wallet is actually going to add a lot more functionality? What other extra feature can it provide, being another wallet in the in the crypto space? And what is the speciality of your NFTs? Now, if NFTs alone were supposed to be there as part of the project, then you could have launched it as an NFT project itself. And do you have artists onboarded, first of all? Now, these are the questions that people really need to start thinking about, because see, any white paper I have gone through in the past 1 week, I've been seeing new projects and checking out what is happening with general crypto market, right? I've gone through almost hundreds of projects, and everyone has one thing in common: NFTs. Every single project that I have. So just wondering, do they really have the right kind of talent and artists backing that particular word of stating that they're going to come out with NFTs? Almost 90% of them do not. They start looking for artists after they launch the token, I mean, move ahead, and out of which, again, 50% do not even do that. It's just for money making. And after that, the project is gone, dead, poof. And the rest 50%, they might start working on it. And in that 50%, another 10% might succeed. The main reason here being, see, NFTs are flooded right now. Now, personally, I have been learning a lot about NFTs, trying to understand how they actually work, how is it that you build an NFT, and how is the market faring, and all those stuff. So it's flooded. It's like a lot of S things that are there in the NFT space right now, not those real ones, right? Because ultimately, people think NFTs are just profile pics or JPEGs, but it's not. It is definitely not. There is a lot more functionality added to a specific NFT asset. So building that ideal utility through the NFT, or adding that functionality to the through that NFT, it's not a simple job. Not everyone can do that. It requires a little bit of coding. It requires a little bit of knowledge on smart contracts and stuff like that. So, well, taking all these aspects, it's just a thought that everyone needs to have on, in terms of understanding what the general crypto market is doing and what Archangel is doing. Archangel has a
Right.
steady approach, it has a planned vision, and it knows which path it has to take, the entire ecosystem, I mean. And whereas 80% of the projects out there, they do not have a proper vision, they do not have a proper route that they need to follow. You just mentioned NFTs, you just mentioned metaverse, you just mentioned a game. All right, what is it going to be? I mean, think of it this way: if I mention a game, what kind of a game am I going to build? If it's an 8-bit or a 16-bit game like the sandbox versions, it can be built within a month, just a month. Let me be very honest on that. It doesn't take too much of time, because all the character models and rendering is all readily available. It's just that you just go to a normal graphical interface, just place them here and there. And you had these in-game editors, in fact, where you could build your maps in the earlier days. You had Warcraft 3 as a game which had an option of building your own map. You had CS, wherein you could build your own map. That's Counter Strike. I mean, so a lot of games already had this functionality inbuilt into them. Now it was so damn easy because all the models and stuff are readily available for you. You don't need to build anything from scratch. But when you want to really build something with from scratch, right, it takes years to actually come out. Think of it. It's not so easy that you can go ahead and just say, I'm going to come out with a game, and all right, when is it going to come? What is the game all about? All these thoughts needs to come out, and these questions need to be asked, right? So technical expertise, understanding how the crypto market works and how the people are, they just look for the price and they just move in, right? But price is just a short outcome. It's just about the sustenance of the project that is more important than your price. Yeah, people make profits, it's a gamble. Some people make, some people don't. You get in at all time highs and you just wait for it to again come back, and it never comes back in most of the projects. Right? And then you curse the project, or probably start saying blah 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 words. I wouldn't like to mention them, but yeah, I mean, that's where people get a little frustrated and stuff. But think of it, if price is the only point that you want to get into crypto, then my personal suggestion, again, not financial advice, crypto space is not for you guys to make money. The main reason being only smart people make money anywhere it is. It's stocks or cryptos, only smart people make money. People just gamble around and probably, I mean, 1 out of 10 times you might win, you might get that gamble, you might become a millionaire as well. I've seen that happening with a few of the people. Yeah, that's all fair and good. But what do those people do after they get that 1 million? They again put it back to another token, which again drops down to a rug pull, and that also is something that I have also seen. So yeah, be a little careful with your investments. Think of it and look for those clear, good, legit projects which are out there in the crypto space. Because in the long run, come 1 year or 2 years down the lane, if there is such a regulation that kicks in and states that each and every project that is going to get listed on the blockchain needs to be having KYC done or needs to go through certain government norms, they need to get registered with CBDCs which are coming out. What will you do then? Not all these meme coins will be able to do that, because right now, sitting here, even now, I can launch a meme token right now. Within the next 10 minutes, I can do that. All right, so it's just about having a few BNB or few ETH with you and just creating a smart contract which is again free of cost, almost in solidity, and just deploying it. And you can just go ahead and copy any of the existing contracts, change the name of the token and change the supply and all those taxes and percentage and stuff. That's it. It's as simple as that. You can do that. You don't need to have a very big coding knowledge in terms of deployment of a contract, right? You can do that. But what happens after 2 to 3 months once the regulations start kicking in? All these meme tokens will be outphased. They will not they be non-existent is what my personal belief is. Again, it's all just my personal thoughts. So just be sure with where you go ahead and invest your money. End of the day, it's your hard-earned money, it's your hard-earned effort. It should
Mhm.
not go to waste. That's my only thought.
Yep. And just one thing, I see some of the comments over here. I just want to reiterate, guys, you're all free to speak about exactly what you want. But as far as us over here, we're not trying to down talk anything that's going on with any projects out there. That's never the goal or the ambition out. We're just speaking what we see and the moves that are being made within the spaces. So I just wanted to kind of say that there before it starts heading down in a kind of a wrong way path. um, hats off to all the projects out there. That's not, with most of us here are mods within Arca in one way or another. And, we've been exposed to some of the things that the average person that invests in crypto isn't. And let me tell you, how many of your guys' minds have been blown with all the effort that goes in on the sides. Let me see. I can't even, let me, can't do it.
Be careful you don't fall.
Yeah, that would be funny. That would be the blooper reel for the night. So yeah, I just one thing about that, we just try to keep us positive, educate as much as we can, and we keep it at that. So yeah, sorry, continue on, guys.
Yeah, let me just move back. I mean, anyone has any other thoughts or views to put in? I'll wait for that. Quester has been very silent.
Yeah, no, I mean, just Guardian Phase 1 is huge. It's gonna be like I said, the whole basically one-stop shop for crypto is mind-blowing and game-changing of itself. But then in Phase 2, the fact that people will be able to personalize all of that is even crazier. So now
Yeah,
you don't even have to worry about constantly looking up the token or constantly looking up this or that. You could make an account and be like, okay, I like this, that, and the other, X, Y, and Z, and it pulls it up for you every single time. And that just helps. That helps a lot when just saving time with just retyping and copy pasting the same things. Um, I already knew that Guardian was going to be huge, but this makes it just wow. This is gonna be
yeah.
this is gonna be bigger than huge. I don't even think there's a word for it, but it's gonna be amazing when this all
You know what?
comes out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We've never really. It's not been about the hype to us, and it's one of the things we can't even begin to fathom hyping it. There's just so many different directions that it can go, and it's like, what? Just watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Exactly. I mean,
crazy with
It
that.
in
just gets
fact,
better and
Caddy,
better.
yeah, if you ask me, I think there is no hype needed at all for the Archangel, to be
Nope.
very frank and honest. Because why I'm saying this is, even though it is a little slow in terms of people getting to know about the project without the hype, it is still organic, it is still good, and the products speak for themselves. When you actually have the product speaking about your project, right, that's like establishing your own brand value. And that comes from my marketing experience, what I do on my day job. So when you start building a brand, that has a very big impact rather than just a name out there. So when your product starts speaking about you or your project, that's more than enough for you. That's free marketing that's happening, right? So as and when, think of it this way: tomorrow Guardian platform just launches out on the web, and say 100,000 people who are not even holders of Archangel start visiting the platform. Eventually, just take 10% of that 100,000 people watching or entering the platform, convert into the Archangel holders. So that's 10,000 holders added up to you. Just a big number, just taking 10% of that crowd. And 100,000 is something that is very, very less when it comes to web traffic. Okay, so that's the way that I'm thinking of. And on the same lines, I mean, we have an example that Joe has mentioned on the announcements. We have an example of what we have planned for My Guardian, and why integration is such an important aspect of creating the perfect user experience within the platform. Now, create an account, utilize the token data component to select the tokens you own or want to track within a portfolio. Adding them to your portfolio drops them to the backtracks component. Now, from within Backtracks, you can update your portfolio and track the performance of your assets. Click on one of your tokens and you are taken to the token profile page within token data. Now, you will see all the routine data, the price, volume, market cap, chart, etc. But because of Guardian's integration, you will also see, and these are important ones, brainstem videos related to the token, to that specific token or coin, the Herald logo, and the link to the project's official announcement board if the project's team has issued updates or announcements using Herald. Now, only if the particular project team is utilizing the Herald platform for announcements and updates, that is when you would see the Herald logo over there. Marketers and influencers who are covering that token or coin, you will see their profile card, and clicking on that card will take you to the marketers hub, where you can see their complete profile. Now, token strength score, an aggressive score, that aggregate score that is compiled based on the information provided by the project, which is confirmed directly by Guardian validators. This will be a highly coveted score that projects will want to achieve to demonstrate the strength of their project. Now, this is not simple. I mean, in terms of the score and stuff, it's not a simple process. As far as I personally have seen how Joe operates and how the entire team of Archangel operates, it would be a very scrutinous process, and it would be vetted to the maximum extent. That's what I can say. So spider identifiers or spy doctor identifiers, however you would like to take it, you will see that spider or spy doctor shield appears on all tokens that have security notices or special features provided by the spider: lock, liquidity, renounced contract, insurance coverages, etc. Some all these stuff. So this is really big in my honest opinion, because tell me any other platform giving you all this data at once instead of you navigating to separate websites. I know of none except Archangel's Guardian.
All right. Hey, Mr. Aslan, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. We got another
Whoa.
special guest here this evening.
Look at that.
What's
Good evening.
going on, Miss Brett?
Oh, that's not fair. My coffee's not done. It's still brewing. You can't show that.
This is my coffee this evening. There's my
Oh
coffee.
man, that's too
Yeah.
bad.
Boy.
Sorry, kids.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right.
So yeah, sorry, Miss Brett. I do have both of those links ready to go, and I have that banner ready to roll too.
Fantastic. So you guys know why I'm here, right? We're gonna send some really
It's the
talented.
place to be, and where
where
else
the
would you be on a
kids all
Sunday, right?
It's the cool kids.
The cool kids. All
Is
right, hold on. I gotta
Yeah.
turn you guys up here. All right, so I'm interjecting because we wanna do a little giveaway. So the first one for 1 trillion Arca tokens, the community has had a bit of a free ride as far as just having fun, winning, not having to do much. We're gonna have them do a little work tonight. So, Caddy, did you put it on the banner? You did. Awesome.
Yes, the banner is up, and I am dropping the links to both of what you are about to ask.
Yep. So you guys need to. Which,
Oh,
ooh. What?
um,
You dropped it in
Okay.
the main chat.
hold on.
No problem, delete it.
So I can't delete it. It's on all 4 channels. So if we have any special guests that have tried to appear with us this evening, this could get. Just know, guys, do not click the link that says State StreamYard. That was a complete
Just
mess
remove
up
it in
on
your
my.
individual YouTube channels. That's fine. We'll
Yes,
just remove it on our individual YouTube channels.
I'm already on it.
enough
I've done
NyQuil.
mine. Well, it's all publicized now. Caddy,
We're gonna-
you let out our little secret.
I did. So again, we're not,
It's
as
going
you
to
can
be a
see,
madhouse now.
Oh yes. All right, so bear with me, guys. That was an epic fail on
Oh
my
my
part
gosh.
tonight.
Nah, it's fine. I
blame-
mean, you never know
I
if
blame
people would like
this.
to join in. Join in. It's fine. We will have a big house.
This is how I ended up here. Caddy accidentally DM'd me that, and I was like, "Oh,
Yes.
what's this?" And here I am.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that note, so that's what we need people to do. We need everybody to make sure they follow the official Archangel Twitter account. It's coming across the screen. And then we're gonna have you follow my Twitter account, Crypto Angel Cakes, and like and retweet my most recent tweet, which was pretty recent. So let's see what we get on that.
Is that the one
Let's
with the
try this
eyeball?
again.
Can I
Yeah,
say that?
Let's try this again.
blue-eyed baby. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. So what you're seeing come down in your comments right now is the official links that you need to follow.
Now the other ones.
That was all right. That was epic. My fault. I own that.
Lay off the NyQuil, Caddy.
Hey,
Yes, I know, right? I guess I need to take the wise advice that I need to give it up for one night. You guys got this.
only one. What was I trying to say? Only on streams, Only on
Yes,
streams you can have moments like these.
you're right. You're right.
So I
The
have
bloopers.
The bloopers.
Sorry, Miss Bread. It's yours.
no, that's fine. So I put a timer on. So we're gonna
Dun.
yeah, we'll give them 3 more minutes. Is that
Oh.
too long?
Well, we got a countdown. Okay.
Oh, we got 3 minutes. What trouble can I get in 3 minutes? All I need is 3 seconds.
Caddy, I got a question for you.
What's
that
up,
I
Luke
think
Howard?
you can answer, but it's going to take you longer than 3 minutes, so you'll have some time to think about it. But look, I understand what the utility of Guardian and the Guardian project is. I get all that stuff that we just read, but what I don't understand is what is the utility of the Guardian token? Are you going to be required to use Guardian token to access these other parts of the ecosystem? I mean,
I can answer this in that 3 minutes. I can answer that one in 3 seconds. I cannot confirm nor deny that accusation.
how about this? So your answer is it's going to be in the white paper when it comes out?
Yes, we will know all the details with that within the white paper, but yes, the Guardian token itself will hold utility within its platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, I'll leave that one until that white paper is released. I can't give away too much. Again, I can't confirm or deny. So thank you, Blue Collar. Good question.
I mean, I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm putting out videos, and I kind of want to
I know
people
it's
understand what it is, But
I know, and it's been under the radar. It's been in that stealth mode for good reason.
yeah, I get that.
With the development for the last 4. I guess it's been about 4 months, 3.5 months on Guardian directly, and Brainstem and everything involved. We don't want to give away the horse in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No, we kept it under wraps for this long. Going to maintain that.
You're 3
All
minutes.
right, we have Joe coming up.
Oh,
The
Joe
white
is
paper
here.
Not going to detail phase 3 initiatives.
Okay, so
Okay.
We'll figure
So,
it
okay,
out when
that
time
Then we'll have
comes.
to wait for further updates.
It's funny. Like I said, okay, I guess at that phase 3, the white paper should only cover a few things. I have not personally seen the white paper, so I can't say that. But just going forward, that there is a great deal of utility within Guardian directly.
All right. I mean, it's just a wait game for now, and probably certain things are supposed to be kept a secret till the actual launch, so that
Yeah,
there is
I
no
get
jeopardy. One, and there is no, like we have the copy paste options that are there, right? So
Yes.
Oh man, I see the likes and retweets still coming in. You got like 35 so
Yep.
far.
Oh man.
Okay, so we're using Stormio app. I can't see you guys, but I know I'm still on camera, and
Yes.
it's a little slow.
I was gonna joke, and then Zen came in here. I was gonna say, for these 3 minutes, since we're sitting here waiting, why not we start saying things like, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Or what's your favorite pie?
That was awesome. I was listening to that. That was funny. That was like a month and a half ago, right?
That was about what? Almost a month now.
Ah.
boss. I mean, he means the link to the Twitter or the live stream.
I don't know. Give me
Send him
1
both.
minute
I
here.
think Ed likes to hop in to the live stream. We would love to have him.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find. I got to dig through messages. They are buried somewhere in here. There we are. Okay, guys. I am going to get this sent over. And Miss Bread, while that is going on, how much time we got? We still got like a minute and a half, don't we?
Sure.
Sure.
Caesar's in. It says, "How's everyone doing? Sorry, just got a new phone and couldn't remember my YouTube password."
That's the worst when you're going through everything.
Caesar, I hope
let's
you
see.
have your seed phrase available with you for your wallets, because that's more important.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
If you're
see
having
here.
a hard time remembering them, send it across to me, Caddy, or Wester. We'll keep it safe for you.
Yes.
Yeah, just remember we want to get me first, so take the initiative.
Okay, on a lighter note, guys, anyone asks you for your seed phrase, please do not share it with anyone as such. All right. So it was just a joke that I did. Never ever share your seed phrase.
Right. And I will get right up. Yep. I will get right up on this microphone. That seed phrase is the only thing protecting anybody from access to your funds. We cannot stress that enough. That seed phrase, no one will ever ask you for it. No one needs your seed phrase to help you. That is all a myth, and do not trust. As somebody is truly trying to help you, there is no need to connect your wallet to a site that was requested. No need to give your seed phrase. Remember, you can only keep your wallet as secure as it can be. That seed phrase, every time you connect that wallet to a site, double check, triple check. I can never stress that enough. And I cannot scream tonight, or I'd be screaming in this microphone right now. But that is how critical that is. I cannot stress that enough to everybody. So keep that in mind.
There are no airdrops happening for Archangel. That's something that I'll really confirm. This is one project where you will not have airdrops happening until and unless it's officially announced over here in the Archa Cafe or on the announcements channel, which I doubt it would eventually happen. But yeah, the only way that you can win some free Archangel tokens is participating in these kind of contests like the one running right now. So that's the only way that you can earn some free tokens. Apart from this, no airdrops, no connecting your wallets to specific portals and asking you to approve and stuff like that. Please do not do it. It's a scam.
The other thing too, to add on to Zen's.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Zen. You have to have that's how dust attacks work. And I also have a video on that if anyone would like to go ahead and check out. So get over to my channel, and Crypto Wisdom is the playlist. You could check that. I think the first video regarding trust wallet dust attacks and scams. Please watch that video so you get an understanding of how the actual scams do happen and how is it that you should be very careful about. So just ensure your assets are safe with you. And if you would like to still share your seed phrases, I think we four of us are available. Blue, me, Crypto, as Quester and Caddy. I mean, we would love to have some few assets from your wallet taken up. So share your seed phrase with us. We would utilize it for the good.
So to add on to Zen there as well. If you get a DM from any of the Archa mods or help desk that's not us, unless it's a warning, we are not going to DM you first. Don't trust any of those. And since Crispy's not in here, I'm going to say it for him. The 5X giveaway is not real either. If you guys see that, run a mile away from it, please.
Yeah, but I actually remembered someone asking for BNB and ETH. We know who we are speaking of. I do not want to reveal that name here in this platform, but
They
well,
always
if you're
text me
watching,
text me a
no
week.
BNB or ETH for you.
They text me like, I need 100 ETH. Dude, I don't even have one. could 0.001 work?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
there's
the
Christy.
choice. Oh, I got to jump back over to the comments here. What did I miss? Oh, I missed a few.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yes. Hi, Antonio. Yep. Yes, I know she takes over the show when she's here.
What am I doing? What? I'm
Oh,
working
BCB.
now. I'm trying to
Yes,
give
we got to give her a moment.
Yeah.
I need more
So-
coffee.
Hey, crypto guy.
Yeah.
I think we're stalled right now, so I want to ask you a question. Like, I don't know you at all, but I want to know what do you think about the market is going on right now? Like, what do you think is going to happen in the crypto market in the next 2 weeks to 6 months?
Oh, well, I think I have to start this phrase with I am not a financial advisor, and this is not.
I got you. I got you. There we go.
It's interesting because so blue collar. I watch your videos every day, and I love the part where you talk about the what the market fear index is and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's really
thanks.
great. And I see it, and that fluctuates from day to day. And I spent a lot of time on Reddit today, and we are now moving into the nuclear crypto winter or something like that. And it's going to be horrible, and everybody's going to run out of money, and all the coins are going to collapse. You know what? I think it's just cyclical. It's just with everything else. Honestly, what I think it'll go down a little bit until it gets to a point that people feel like they want to start buying again, and then it'll go up a little bit. If I'm being honest, if you really want my honest opinion, I think we're stalled a little bit. I think we're in a bit of a crab market, and we're going to just kind of trade sideways for a while until we get some catalyst one way or another, up or down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's kind of how I see it right now. Crab markets are a great time to buy. Great time to buy.
Yeah.
Great time to load up your bag. Great time to find, some projects that you're interested in. Establish a better position for yourself, and then when the bull run takes off, you're good. So that's what I'm doing. Not
Yeah.
financial advice. Everybody make your own decisions, but that's where I think we're at.
Yeah, I like to buy at the top. Last October the greed
You
was at like
emotional
99, and that was when I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna throw a crap load of money, every dollar I have that's extra, and buy right now.
That's what you should do.
Man, let me buy some Archa.
Yeah.
Guys.
Just
I
wait,
got a phrase.
wait for Bitcoin to get back to about 68,000, and then
Yeah.
FOMO in.
Okay.
Go hard.
So, that brings up a very, very valid point. That exact scenario you just played out there, blue collar, is what I call an emotional investor.
Yeah.
They're seeing everything going up and up and up, and they're letting their emotions get excited. Like, I see the green candles, and guess what? You buy in, and the next thing you see some consolidation starting to occur. Most people are like, well, crap, I made a mistake. Okay. And then they see the red, and sell.
And they sell. Yeah.
Guys, yes.
Don't be a green candle chaser. Okay. Always chase the red candles.
Yes.
Because that's where if you want to buy.
If you are investing into anything, leave emotion at the door. Before you turn on your screen, set all emotion to the side, all of it. Because the moment you let that emotion come into your investing strategy, mistakes will be made, and you've been blinded by what your brain is portraying.
Yeah.
Can I share a little trick, Caddy, just with the group for anybody that's interested? Again, this is not financial advice. I write everything down, right? So before I buy into anything, I write down what it is that I'm buying, and I write down what my goals are, right? Where is this going to go? Where is my sell point? When this gets to this point, I'm going to sell. Where's my where's my low end? Right? Where's my floor? How far will I let this drop before I just cut my losses and go, okay, I'm done? And I write that down, and then I stew on it, and then I talk to somebody about it, and then I get some, confirmation bias, makes me feel better about my life. And then at that point, then I'll make a purchase. But then, but again, anything that happens within that high and low range that I've already established, that's just normal trading, and that's going to happen. And then, you make that decision, You get to a point, you sell it one way or another, and that trade is closed. And now you're going to open up another trade, and you do the same thing. That I have found to be very successful for me as I got into crypto, because I make a decision before I have anything vested, so I can take that emotion out of it. Just a technique.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Good insights.
I've learned a lot in the last 12 months, and I mean, not trying to. Man, everybody's gonna have emotions, like you're like, oh man, it went up, but whatever. I was in Saitama, and then and it went up 10x from where it is now, or whatever, to the all-time high. And it's like that was when the greed was at like 99, and it was like, yeah, write down a good point where you think you should sell some, and just stick with your plan, man, because it's like, man, I held on to it, and it's like, oh, dang, but no worries. Like, same with Archangel. Like, I think my Arca is down like 70%, which is a crap load, but I'm not worried. I'm not really worried. And the other thing is your time horizon, like you listen to Michael Saylor.
When you're in that particular area or that particular place where for a fact that certain projects are going to actually get some utility, or they are building in the background, and you see the price, you bought in at some time at all-time highs, or you're down way too much, then you can actually go ahead and lose. So that's the time that you just need to make a strategic decision. If you believe in the project, that their products are going to come out one way or the other. Probably if earlier you thought it might happen within 2 months, now it might take another 6 months duration. But for a fact that something is really going on, any projects in general, and they are going to come out with the products, just hold. Do not sell it out for a loss. That's my only thought that I have. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, not financial advice, just a personal experience from the past 6 to 7 years I've been in crypto. That's what I have learned. So the moment you start, because see, ultimately it's your position that you are losing. The moment you go ahead and sell and the price again starts increasing, even if you want to buy in, you are buying in at a much higher price than you earlier bought. So losing that position is something that is not so good. So on the sidelines, what you could do is dollar cost average. So put in a small amount, because even that small amount of, say, imagine that you bought $1,000 worth of whatever token it is at the all-time highs, and now it has dropped by 10x. Putting in 100 might give you a very good dollar cost average.
Yeah, right. That's
another
right.
$100, right? So because you get almost the same amount of tokens for what you bought at $1,000. So that's how you keep doing the dollar cost average, so that your average cost per token or particular investment keeps reducing down. So in case the token again picks up after a certain duration of time, you are in a much higher profit margin than what you were earlier, because of your position now becoming a little lower in terms of your overall average. So that's the thought that you need to have. Do not throw in too much just because you want a dollar cost average. Do not throw in too much, because you never know how the market would fluctuate, right? So in terms of uncertainties, always ensure that you try to average your cost to whatever minimum you can, and then let it ride, let it run, just leave it aside. Or on the sidelines, immediately as soon as you see that the coin has moved, say 2x, 3x, or even 5x, or whatever it is, take out your initial investment along with a few amount of profit if you can, then just leave the rest to ride. No matter what happens, you're not going to lose anything. That's another strategy few of them can definitely go ahead and follow. Again, not financial advice. So these are just strategies which I'm quoting. Each one has their own risk tolerance level, each one has their own investment level, and on the sidelines each one also has their own emotional quotient as well. So that's something that's really important. Keep your emotions out of your investments. Think of it in a logical, fact based manner. Do not worry about losing a chance of missing a 10x with a certain project. There are many other projects in crypto which would come out which would even give you 100x returns. So just wait for those good and legit projects. Let them go ahead and have their own time. Every dog has its day. So just wait for that day to come for all the projects.
And right now with the bear, with what we're seeing with the candles, like, to me, again, when you're investing with emotion, you see the red, most people are in a panic. With me, I am trying to buy because I know I'm getting the best prices out there. And in particular, Arca, right? That staking pool. It isn't, to me, it's not about the price of Arca. It's about how much Arca, how many tokens can I hold and throw in that staking pool and get those rewards out. I think a lot of people miss that. Like with Archangel and that staking pool, I prefer the price being where it's at right now, and this is my own opinion. And the only reason why I say that is because I am utilizing the staking pool. If I can get more tokens for my dollar and throw them all in there and reap the rewards that are coming, I am a happy person.
That's true.
One thing I want to add as well, to help, kind of solidify the whole not being really afraid. Especially if you're inside I'll say a legitimate project, not like a meme project. Like, for example, one of my cryptos, I'm not going to say which one it is. I'm down 48%. Do I care? No, because it's a legit project, and I know the potential, and I'm going to sit here and ride out the wave. I understand that this is, in the grand scheme of things, this is temporary, and it's just part of the market, part of crypto. If it was a meme project, then those things come and go like it's nothing. So I could see how more people could be afraid about it. But if you're inside a legit project such as Archangel, and you're down, let's say, at that 20, 30, 40, whatever percentage, I would, it sucks, but kind of how the caddy had said, go ahead and try to utilize that dip and buy more, average out your percentage. And once that staking pool reopens, let's say you didn't do this last one, as soon as the second one opens up, jump into it, because now you have a bigger bag. We've got 62 days left. Is it 62 days? 61?
I honestly, I have not looked.
I think we're like 60 days now.
60 days. Still 3 months or 2 months. Perfect time to get a lot more Archa in there, so you can get ready for the staking, for the second stage of the staking. Again, not financial advice.
62 days.
62 days. Thank you.
Cut time flies.
Do what's best for you guys, but just me personally, like I said, if you're in a legitimate project and it's a legit project, just ride it out.
Heck,
just relax. If you need to, turn off your phone for the day or something. just let it go.
Yes. So, Mr. Ed, hold on 1 second. Miss Bread, people are asking about the giveaway. Let's go ahead and tell them kind of what's going on right now. So
we're going to give some away. No.
Yes. And now, unfortunately, what we were requesting with the Twitter, we had tested this out earlier. Of course, every technology works fine when you don't need it to. But we have attempted this, so we are going to resort back to our method from our first week. Am I correct?
Yes. And you guys all did a great job retweeting. Thank you so much.
Yes, and we will continue to try to figure that out and give it another go. But we do want to apologize because that was what we set out to do. Unfortunately, it is just not allowing it to happen. She had done everything that we can. So back to square one with all this. And remember, Miss Brett, I said when it comes to planning, we can plan all we want. We can expect the things that's going to happen. And what's going to happen when you go live, it's going to be what you least expect every freaking time.
That's why you expect the unexpected.
Right.
Yes. So I don't want to leave Ed sitting in here long. I don't want to leave our community sitting in here long waiting for this. So, guys, we are going to do the hashtag in the comments again. And this week, let me get my screen pulled up here real quick for you. So let's see here. Just cop some free from us. No, Crispy, you're mean. I vote to ban Crispy. I'll bring it in here. Anyway.
Wait, block Crispy.
Banning my channel. I don't know about you guys.
Hey,
block
Crispy.
We can
do that. So.
I do preemptive
banning. For everybody that's here, you get the privilege of seeing myself, Mr. Oslin, Quester, every week. Just a crypto guy, your very first time here. Welcome, Miss Brad. But I think we can do this to help boost some morality, help boost some things. So this is what I would like to see everybody hashtag in the comments starting right now. Hashtag blue collar, guys. Also, make sure to give him, check out his channel. Make sure to comment, retweet. We're going to give everybody an opportunity to jump in. Give everybody an opportunity to jump in and see this. Oh, we see the entries pouring in. 5. All right. 11. Holy crap. It skipped 6 all at once. 15. It's taking a moment. 20. Now I get, Miss Brett, I think I understand why yours froze. This one's starting to act glitchy too.
They're killing down an at blue collar.
Let's see here.
I think you need a hashtag on that one.
Yes, hashtag it. And we'll give it just a moment here. We got 30 entries. Where is the other 10 in the room? Come on, guys. Wake up. We didn't put you to sleep that
I
quick.
think they went to go grab a beer out of the refrigerator.
Hey, it is Sunday
Most
night, so-
likely. All right. We'll give that just a moment here. Oh, 33, 30. Oh, I see some other faces. 35. All right. 36. 4 more. Where are we at? 4 more.
Are you-
Who's just, oh,
No timer.
no timer. When we did this last time, we just want to make sure we give everybody that's given their time that was waiting for everything
Yeah.
to come in and have that opportunity. That's the one thing. Try to make it fair. I personally have never been a big fan of giveaways on, that's my own thing. But we want to give everybody that opportunity. We want to make it as fair for everyone as we can.
Mhm.
Let's
Also
see
gotta
here.
Make it fun too. So
Exactly. So let's see here. Erwin, wake up. 38. We got 44 people. Come on, guys. We're gonna give it another 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
Go,
8,
Your
7,
best favorite.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5.
Boom.
1.5.
All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead. We're going to hit that drawing. First one. Let's see. I'm just going to kick back. And I'm telling you, if it's crispy,
We are going to do it again.
yes.
Joke.
Oh, Stacks.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. You
Stacks.
deserve it, dude.
He does, man. Congrats, Stacy, sir.
Good.
Congratulations, bro.
Congrats, Max.
Nice.
Congrats, man.
Well deserved, Stacks.
All right. So thank you guys. 38 entries out of 44. And and some people probably we wanted to give ample opportunity if you could to jump in and get that. We could try to hold it open. We could hold it open for hours, but we get bored. Let's see here. Big stacks from Mr. Archangel. Congratulations, Stacy. I can't keep up with it. 68. Congrats, bro. Crispy
Nice.
stacks, nice. Oh gosh, guys. Congratulations. That's all I can say. Congratulations. I can't keep up with y'all's comments. Y'all are killing it. That is what's up. Love that support from this community. Okay.
All right.
So that is one down. All right, Mr. Ed, I am so sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I heard an airplane.
Okay.
What is going on, Mr. Ed?
All right,
Oh, I'm only yeah, renovation.
I think, are you
Whose
watching the
YouTube is
stream?
playing in the background?
Yes, say somebody's actually watching the YouTube channel. You know what, Crispy? I was thinking the same thing. Oh,
Ouch. That hurts. Yeah.
Gotta be Ed. It happened when he came in, yeah.
Ed, do you have YouTube running in your background?
I think it's me. Renovation.
Try muting your mic. Just mute your mic once.
Okay. I think I will go and find a better spot. I will come back later, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows he's on camera. Crispy. That's right. So, in the meantime, while things get fixed in the background, I also want to address on what 68 had quoted earlier regarding the OpenSea issue on NFT scam. So, yeah, that's something that people also need to be a little careful about when it comes to NFT marketplace blowing up. It's spreading like wildfire. So, you guys need to be very, very careful about it. I've seen people quote crazy amount of money or profits made through flipping NFTs and stuff. So a lot many people are interested in it now. I guess the trend is now shifting from your meme tokens to your NFTs or flipping NFTs and stuff, right? So But on the same lines, you also have the scammers shifting their trend as well from your regular meme token projects to NFTs. So please be very, very careful about it. And well, I mean, whenever you want to trade or buy NFTs, please learn about it well in depth, well in detail, and only purchase from known artists or known groups. And it's always good that you re-verify on any NFT launches or any NFT trades that you do. Take the official links from the official social platforms alone, even for OpenSea, because there are OpenSea platform itself has been manipulated in terms of having a fake website and stuff. So please be very, very careful about it. You have OpenSea.io, you have Open.c.io. That
I
was the
think
scam website that was there, which looked exactly like OpenSea. Everything, every functionality is the same, but at one point of time, it starts asking you your seed phrase to your wallet, or it can also go ahead and ask you to just sign. And ideally, what it's doing is in front of your wallet, it's showing you as a signature, but in the background, it's gaining that background access, right?
and one thing as well, because I did this as a
Yeah.
precaution. I made a separate wallet solely for just NFTs. So I would suggest you guys do that as well, just for your own personal protection. Because again, it is really easy for uh, people to fake a website and make it look like the exact same as the legit one. So as a precaution, if you're gonna get into NFTs or if you want to buy NFTs, I was gonna say maybe it's just my paranoid self, but I made a whole new wallet solely just for NFTs, and that's all it's going to hold. Um, that and the ETH to buy it, and that's about it. But again, don't put your ETH in there until you know it is a legit NFT. Two, you're willing to actually pay that price, and three, it's the actual website. Just to kind of re-clarify everything that Mr. Aslan said there. So, other than that, I would definitely say to have fun. Um, there are some pretty good NFTs out there. I will admit, I was scrolling through there yesterday and sometime today, and I'll admit there were some pretty good artists that I saw on there. So I was gonna say, if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to get into it, just make sure you take the precautions and just be safe out there. So.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
So, Ed, able to hear us?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Perfect. Yep.
You can
All
hear
fine
you.
and good.
Okay. I think the renovation is taking noisy background though. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
so think some of you guys called on yesterday voice chat about some updates. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I'm here to repeat again. I mean, AI, one of the lead dev among us, actually gave us an insight of a project that he's helping called SoulCrypt.
Mm-hmm.
And they are actually looking at ways to integrate some of the features together with Guardian itself. And
Wow.
they are also looking of ways to join Arca as the whole ecosystem. So they
Wow.
are actually an external project, but it's not fully integrated and not fully ready. But they are already know because this group of devs they are actually come together because of they are being scammed or rugged before in Telegrams, Facebook, and Twitter. And of course, they also saw Arca having a lot of scammers duplicating our TGs, even eliminating us dev type of thing. So they're looking at ways to develop a social media platform with possible NFT IDs and stuff that so that you cannot duplicate the ID itself to scam people anymore. Not even close. So that's how they came about the idea, but they are not a blockchain developer. That's why they somehow AI managed to stumble onto them and then helping them to build up the tokens for them itself. That's so far what we do. And I mean, this past 2 days, Joe and I actually are quite busy running around, talking to them, uh, like what is their idea. And of course, Joe being looking after Guardian, we're also trying to look at how to leverage on to each other because I think what AI is given proposing the idea to us is to be the social media arm of Guardian itself.
Wow.
from the external point of view, and then so it's like you go to Guardian and then you want to chit chat, you want to have find out thing. So Crypt social media will be the one that the channel or the token can use it, and people cannot eliminate you as it is. Then for all the information, then SoCrypt will point all the data points to Guardian itself for to validate any token that is scammy or legit token, but how it works together. So the details are still in works. Likewise, they are also looking at, since they already launched, they're also looking at how do they return it to Archangel as part of it. It might be just contributing to our LP directly, not having a reward token, but otherwise type of things to they're looking at it. So the queues also not out yet, but they are actually moving forward quite fast right now. I think I think AI just dropped something today to us. Who show IDM to show it down here though? Caddy, right?
Yep. We are ready.
Now I have to send to the main TG or should I send to the?
I think we'll have to wait for Caddy to come in because Caddy would have the option to,
I'm here,
change
guys.
the
I'm
way.
sorry. I'm
Oh,
here.
you're
I'm
here.
just
All right.
I'm not
Perfect.
in face for camera right at this moment.
No problem. No problem. Yeah. Gotcha. So we just
Okay,
need the.
correct. So I send the one of the diagram that AI just forward to us.
Mm-hmm.
Caddy, maybe later when you're free, you can just show it to on the screen for everybody. Yep, this is the one. So AI is telling us that what the dev token is that social tokens are claimed to be the future of value creation. The part objective behind the new type token is to connect creators and their followers directly, forming a currency exclusive for a community and adding value to it by various means of incentivization. To put it more precisely, it's a customized currency essentially used to fulfill the needs of a community. So this is what Soul Creep is after to help communities to build up their own currency that are going to move forward.
All right.
Yep. So do not be confused. It's actually totally external project that has been launched and coming back to us. I think Stacks was actually asking yesterday how are we looking for a project to join Arca ecosystem. So we are not looking at just possible those that are not launched, but we are also looking at upstarts or those that have launched and interested to join us as part of our own whole ecosystem itself. That's how it all begins, right?
Wow.
I mean, Sting, our economist, is also actually working on some DeFi project. So eventually, all the whole Aka ecosystem, right? You can actually do farming and pooling with the third party swap or DEX itself to for this purpose. So this will be the so-called the DeFi project for Aka itself. They are still working out the final thing. I think there was some discussion on which mainnet they are looking at because Ethereum proved to be very expensive for gas. Highly pointing towards FTM type of situation, but they are still working backwards because our big boss Joe did mention that most of our ecosystem are in ETH. So looking at ways of how to build this farming pool for the whole ecosystem itself.
Wow. That's pretty big. Thanks for the big bomb drop, right?
Yeah, so watch out. I mean, Akka itself, I think as many know, we are not a meme coin. We are really a whole ecosystem distribution of value. We are not looking at just getting project and then get the reward tokens. We want to be having various type of usage for the token itself, and
Yeah.
and to how increase the value of whole Akka forward and working with other project mates so that we expand our influence and we also expand our how to watch out more for the community as we grow. We are not going to be telling you that hey we want to do this but we are missing the timeline type of thing. But we are looking at project that's more credible and then we'll bring on board so that people can work on it. Sorry, I think it's a bit noisy down here. So any question you guys can ask, I will try to answer it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, probably what I could get out of it from whatever I have heard, I'll just summarize it for the better benefit of everyone, because I do see quite a lot of questions over here on the same, and all of them were answered from what you just mentioned. Ed. So, SoCrypt is another project which AI is actually helping out with, and in the timeline, in the coming days, probably it will also be part of the Archangel ecosystem, but as an external project. Now, how it is going to contribute and how it is going to be added as a part, the value add over here is more towards the social presence. So SoCrypt is a project which is planning to have its own social platform, similar to what we have as Reddit, Twitter, however they want to build their own interface. Once that happens, now Archangel and Guardian can definitely make use of that social platform integrated to uh, our Archangel ecosystem for any such announcements, news, or stuff like that. So that would become the social channel for wing of Archangel. That's what I could get. So that's one part of the story. And on the second, on how the actual integration would happen, how is it that they're going to add up to the ecosystem, all the stuff, I think it's too early to say, and probably we'll have to wait for the time to unravel things. Reveal things in the coming days. Now, there is another question which I want to actually address from Terry. Speaking of BSC and Phantom blockchains that are supposed to be pushed. Now, when it comes to pushing these two blockchains, you don't need to do it separately or specifically for the FTM and BSC side, because as and when you start publicizing about Archangel on the social platforms, you're also advertising on the BSC and FTM side as well. So the same marketing strategies are being planned specifically to address those targeted communities in the BSC and FTM. I think Caesar would be taking care of that, and Miss Brett and the angels of Arca team are taking care of that as well. So yeah, when it comes to advertising Archangel or marketing Archangel, you're not marketing it that just as a ETH token right now. You're marketing it as a token which is available in all the three chains. So there is no specific marketing that might be targeted or required as such, but yeah, there may be few communities who are specific or loyal only to that BSC and FTM chain. And FTM being an upcoming chain, I believe there is a lot more potential for Archangel in that particular aspect. Main reason, many new projects are it's gaining traction right now on the Phantom blockchain, and we being early adopters of that particular blockchain, we always have that added advantage of being the first, right? So that's one thing that's also good, and the migration process is also like quite seamless, and we can also see that people are buying both ETH and BSC or both ETH and Phantom network, whichever they are comfortable with. So that's something that's in plan. So definitely development would be there, and marketing, when it happens for all the three chains, and not specific to BSC or FTM. Question for Ed: Do we have? Do you have our Archangel offices ready for an official crispy inspection when I come visit?
Well, we are hearing a renovation. Right? Can you hear? Can you hear it, guys? It's so noisy out there.
So it should be crispy certified now. We will have to run around.
Yeah, it's massive renovation to move forward.
We should have a new token for Crispy specifically. He goes ahead and vets all the office spaces of Archangel. We will have the Crispy token launched. Where, when you buy the token, you will have to go ahead and be vetted from Crispy himself. He'll visit each one of you at your place, deliver the tokens in hand, and then probably vet you and move on. And if you get vetted, what's the big benefit? Crispy is going to also give out a little bit of Archangel from his own bag.
Yeah.
Okay. About this cap itself, I mean, it's a gift from CryptoMine.
It was just for fun, not an official announcement.
Yeah.
So, Miss Brent, I don't mean to interrupt there. If we got a moment while people want to build up some questions that they want to ask, if you want to roll into the second contest.
Sure, we can do that.
Yep.
So I am going to pull myself off screen. I'm still here. I'll still have the controls of everything. So you just tell me what I need to do, and it'll happen.
Do you want me to send you a
You're
DM?
the man of magic behind the screen now.
Okay.
So Zen, actually, we're gonna have a VIP area, right? that's where you get your crispy token. That's where it becomes handy. You need to have your crispy.
Yeah,
token.
that's where you get to meet Crispy. The VIP launch is where Crispy will be auditing each one of you.
Yeah.
In-person audits conducted specifically in private. But yeah, I mean, that's a good plan, having a VIP launch for the Arca offices. Let's see. So Ed, I mean, just a question from my side. What's up with having one in Singapore? What do we have any strategic plans as to why there was an established entity or a registered entity in Singapore specifically? Why not other parts of the world?
Okay, at this juncture itself, Singapore itself is actually pretty much open to crypto blockchain type of companies setting up here. It's too noisy. I'll just type.
That's okay. Go on.
Okay. So basically, as you all know, that there's a lot of CEX is in Singapore, like Crypto.com, Gemini, FTX, Qcoins, Huobi, Binance. And a lot of the Chinese are actually setting up down here also. Likewise for Korea. So I have the opportunity to mingle with them in some of the coffee table out there and understanding why is it, because at this juncture our Singapore government is not restricting crypto usage, but there's a lot of regulations that people are coming together. In fact, just 2 weeks ago or last week, we are having coffee again, and then we're talking about how various cryptocurrency can be used and stuff. That's the reason why I have updates from the mainnet thing. And there's a lot of projects that's actually also floating companies into Singapore. And talents are actually flocking into Singapore to start doing all these things. Although a lot of projects are remotely done in the world, but they are already having offices down here because of businesses, OTC, and physical relationship. Like some of the marketing that we need to do need to have a physical office to run, and we do have some restriction somehow in US itself or certain part of Europe. That's the reason why we strategize where are the things that we want to locate, and then we help to develop Arca further with a physical office representation that is open to the world. That's how we actually choose Singapore per se. And Joe is kind enough to say, hey, let's do it. And then eventually, when things are more open up, we'll establish office around the world, that thing, as we grow. But the community, we believe that you'll eventually grow to maybe, how I say, that we need worldwide officers to assist as to help out the community to move forward, that thing. And you can see there's a lot of newcomer that is coming in. Like I think I did ask Miss Spread or Caesars to help out Xiu Ban. She keep on having problem joining our TG itself, right, Miss Red? We were talking about how so there's certain people that we need to help out to even to join TG, and how to buy our token or how to get involved, this sort of stuff. So we see going forward, and then charity itself. I think we are working with charity, but Joe also start to work with other charity outside, and we are contributing much. In fact, we are also trying to work with other charity out of the rest of the world to see whether can we use cryptocurrency to help them. So all these things sometimes do need physical representation to talk to them. It's like just yesterday, which is my Sunday, I got to meet so-called business unit of a church. They were so looking at NFT to help them to get charity to get donation to their church. So, but they were asking me how does OpenSea. I mean, as Mr. Aslan, you just mentioned about the hack in OpenSea type of thing here and there. But behind, we actually are actually looking also like NFT marketplaces type of thing. What is the issue? What are NFT usage for at the juncture right now? I do not know that anything. Have you guys come across charity NFT? Meaning, if you are doing your work, you can split your royalties between the creator and the charity that you're going to donate to. Type of thing. So we are also looking at this type of things to work on it. So that one might be internal, external. We are looking for devs to look at it. I think this one highly involves certain of the mods. One for NFT place, I think 68 is one of them. He's actually helping out how to do the NFT and doing some research. What are the pros and cons of OpenSea's looks rare and reality? These three big marketplaces. I think recently there's also a launch by X2Y2 or NFT marketplace. I don't know where you guys heard of it. X2Y2 is actually a fork of OpenSea. So, so this thing itself, I think, looking at it and looking at whatever AI is bringing as SoulCrypt, Joe is working on Guardian type of thing. There might be also all these type of things to work on it to marry the whole ecosystem together. That's why there's a incoming swap deck style thing that is going to help Arca for us to do pool farming style thing. Further down the road will be the NFT marketplace itself to run it itself. So all these things is going to come onwards. I will not give you guys the dates that when we will complete. We are not going to hype it up. We rather finish the work and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. If you are interested, you guys can just join in, or if you're not interested, just go ahead. But we are going to push ahead with all this project to see that to value chain the whole Arca ecosystem.
All right. So Ed, I'm going to ask you this. Once the office renovation is completely done and it's all ready to be unveiled, we would like to have the first walkthrough of the office here in Arca Cafe. That's the exclusiveness that we should get.
That's a good
No
idea.
photos posted on the TG before you send have a live walkthrough of the office here in the Arca Cafe.
Live walkthrough in the Arca Cafe for the office. Okay, I think my assistant is actually sweating right now.
Not right now. Not right now. Once everything is ready.
Sure, we'll do.
Yeah.
Presently, I mean, we are renovating the pantry for the Arca Cafe logo and the lightings to go up. And then at the same time, we are also converting some of the room for studio per se. I think it's a bit messy. So we will take about another 2 months to finish up, and then there we go.
Nice. I mean, it's a really good thing. In fact, especially with Singapore being a crypto hub, and what I'm thinking is, on a strategic note, it gives you a lot of opportunity for in-person partnerships out there, because you have many people who are big in crypto in Singapore, and it's a crypto heaven. Let's admit it for a fact. So many opportunities, not only in terms of having this one side of or one track of the Guardian or Archangel side, but you can have a lot more projects which are not even heard of much, which could be part of Archangel. And what I'm thinking is all those aspects when it comes to especially the DeFi space. The main reason here being crypto DeFi is really taking a lot of traction, and Singapore, I believe, is a very good place for that to actually spread its wings to start off with. So you can definitely have a whole new angle for DeFi starting from Singapore as one strategic space, because I've seen a lot of development happening over there in DeFi lately, at least.
Yep, definitely. Also, another thing is that there's a lot of talks about all this using blockchain for many other things rather than just cryptocurrency. Even companies are starting to use blockchain for contracts and for shipment, for freights and everything. Yeah. So that's interesting that some of these things we may be able to tie it with them to see how it goes.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant, because not many people know that real world utilities of blockchain is definitely taking a lot of visibility. And I was just reading this recent article where a few of the banks, including those big ones like Bank of America and JP Morgan, the financial institutions as well. So these guys are looking into using blockchain technology for tracking or even transacting between their banks and stuff like that. So they are really interested. I mean, the mainstream of crypto is going to definitely take shape in the coming days. So it's all only about waiting for that particular regulatory aspects that's going to come out and how they want to go ahead and, probably kind of regulate. Not exactly 100% regulation might be possible with crypto, but yeah, let's see. Let's just wait and watch. So what do we have here on the comment section? Yeah, I mean, we did get this comment that Etherscan is now showing the prices. Yes, I did just go ahead and check on Etherscan. We are able to see in the holder section the prices of your Archangel wallets reflect on the Etherscan network. So if anyone wants to go ahead and check that, that would be one more place where you can actually go ahead and verify what your bag amount is in terms of dollar value. So I think 68 raised it. Who was it who raised this? I would like to just give a shout out on the other thanks. I'm sorry, thanks for letting us know about that information. All right, so from Edge, we have our Archangel going to officially announce their partnership with Socrypt. Now, well, just did that on a lighter note, but an actual official announcement, I guess, would happen at a later stage once the integration, how it is going to happen with Archangel team is finalized. Or Ed, do we have anything as a bomb to drop right now?
No, no. I mean, yeah, everything is just still at the initial stage, and we're working it out right now. But as I said,
Yeah.
is they are aiming to become the social media arm for Guardian Dao thing, and it's still working out the details. But per se, there's nothing concrete yet, and it's for sure they want to join Arca ecosystem. They're also looking at ways to join us.
Yeah. So it's one way or the other, Swocrypt will be part of the ecosystem, either as just an external wing or an arm, similar to how we have our DeFi, the Charity and the FegX portion, or it might be also like Scratch being part of the actual internal ecosystem as well. So that's something that's still in the works. Once things are finalized is when the actual official announcement would happen. But nonetheless, since we have AI over there who is also heading, probably helping out with that project, I'm seeing a brighter future for both Archangel and Swocrypt together. Let's just wait and watch. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
Zen, I mean, I would love you to be part of the live stream along with me. You know, we could both hash it out over here on the live stream together. That's okay. I mean, we have room for two more to occupy the entire screen space so that everyone is still visible. And
If we get two more, we'll be the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. See,
We'll have all night windows filled up.
you're always welcome. If you would like to.
He says it's too crowded tonight.
It's never
Sounds
too
like-
crowded.
So I was like, boo.
It's never too crowded. Never.
Yeah,
okay.
Caddy is a bit sick.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but I want to pull up real quick, Miss Brett. I think we got this ready to go here. So yeah, if we want to roll with that one real fast, I'm going to just drop back and let you go with it.
Next. Okay.
Yeah, and then watch you win. I mean, I know your reverse psychology, Crispy. I've known you for long enough.
Is there a banner that's going to come up, or you want to just do a hashtag?
I was trying to do the banner. We can do this one as just the hashtag because it is being difficult at the moment.
No problem. So you want to do hashtag Crispy can't win?
Let's try. You know what? Crispy made a valid point. Okay, I am live.
Yeah,
Crispy
that
made a
would be-
valid point earlier. He's like, I didn't see my name come across. And you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting to see Crispy's name pop up on that. And no, there was no malicious stuff. It just didn't like you tonight.
I mean, okay, the hashtag which Daniel's actually sent across, is it Crispy can't win or Crispy can't win?
I'm
Hold
looking.
on one
like that.
second. I will get it opened up here in just one moment. It is literally being a pain in the butt. Okay.
Because if Crispy can twin himself, then I think we'll have two Crispies with us. So double the chance of winning.
And
Right.
he'll
All right.
he'll
So what did
totally
we
win,
agree
man.
on with the hashtag?
So don't
I
let
see
him win.
Crispy can't win. Okay.
It's Crispy can't win, apparently.
Already, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Lord,
that's what it's
using it.
gonna be.
Can't.
Can't win. Okay. We already got 4 entries right when I click the button. Let me get this up on screen for us. Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
Hey Zen, you may not cave to peer pressure, but what about stream
Sorry, Crispy.
pressure?
Sorry, Crispy. I forgot to put the capital in your name. And wait, I gotta see. Did Crispy act? Did he do this? Did he actually do it? I got to see. Crispy disqualified. What you have faster? Keep resting. 9 squares. I know. Arcawood squares. New TV show. There you go. I'm just catching up. We got 17 entries right now.
Nice. Keep it coming.
17, and we have 38 viewing. Oh, 26. I had to say
26. Yeah.
Like shrimp.
27. Yep, I had to say something. They're
It's
just
going
pouring in. Oh, let's see. Crispy. He did it. He registered. All right. All right. So we got 37 more to go, guys.
He
31.
registered himself that he cannot win.
It's reverse psychology. He says he's not going to win, and then he's going to win.
I know.
If he wins,
I
well, he's
know
donating
his
it to
tricks.
someone else.
Let's see.
See,
I know
technically,
his
even if he
tricks.
wins, he can't win. So he should ideally donate it to someone else. So we need to run the poll once again.
Yeah, once we get this done, Mr. NH, I do see your question there. We will address that in just a moment. Let's see. We got 33 entries. I guess while we're waiting for the last, we got 40 people in the room. So we still got 7 people waiting to enter. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start that 15-second countdown starting right now. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Oh, who wants to hear that voice? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All righty, guys. Good luck to whoever it's going to be. Who do we got? I see Nofi's name twice. Is it? Congratulations.
Rigged. I call rigged. Rigged.
I know. Congratulations, dear. Hey, guess what? Crispy didn't win.
Yeah, Crispy did not win.
Nope, Crispy didn't win
this time.
All right.
Let's
so
see.
I guess
here.
we have one question from NH. Sorry
Yes,
to cut
we
that.
do need to address that real quick. Let me
Yeah.
pull you guys back up on screen here. Let's see. There we go.
All right. So what happened to Archangel? I bought in October, it went to 0, then I changed the contract address, now I can't swap it for ETH. Well, first and foremost, Archangel contract has been migrated, and
Yes.
whoever were holding the previous Archangel tokens have been airdropped the new Archangel tokens with the new contract address. And whatever old contract address that you had, those tokens will not be tradable right now, so you'll not be able to go ahead and swap it. It has no value, ideally.
Right.
So that's where I see that you're not able to swap it for ETH.
Yep.
But if you're speaking of any new contract address Archangel tokens, I mean, we would like to have more details on that.
Definitely come by the Telegram, drop a comment. The other thing is if you utilize MetaMask or Trust, that you may have to add the new custom token to your wallet to see that.
Right.
Every holder that held pre-contract on December 5th was a data migration, got airdropped the tokens from the screenshot on December 5th. So with that, definitely check out. You can get that new, you can get the new token contract address. Hold on one second. Archangel token.com. I'm going to drop the link to the official website. On the Archangel website, we'll show those contract addresses for you there. Make sure that you add that custom token if you do utilize Trust, Meta. Really, I think Coinbase is about the only one that automatically imports.
Yeah, Trust, you'll have to do it. You'll have to add it in. All you have to do, though, is just paste in the contract address. It should autofill the name and the decimals for you. So I was going to say, just make sure you get the right contract address for yourself there.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Drop us a comment on the Telegram channel. So, I mean, probably we would help out there. The main reason being we need to have a to and fro conversation to understand what exactly went on. And that's where I think we would have more support provided. Mm-hmm. So I changed it to correct address. I have less, of course, but it will not give me any opportunity to swap. All right. I mean, we could definitely take it out on Telegram because personally, I mean, I would like to verify a few screenshots as well as check through whether the actual contract address is matching or not. Please do reconfirm that. And there is always an option to All right. So
Yeah,
if you're available on Discord, you could just hit us up on Discord as well.
yeah.
Archangel
Give me
is
1 second.
also there on
I will
Discord.
drop our Discord link. Antonio, can you help me out there, sir? I do not have Discord
Yes, sir. I
after.
got you. Don't worry.
No problem.
And
No
look,
problem.
there's one other thing too. Like I don't know what he's talking about. You can't swap it for ETH, but I know that when you're on Uniswap, sometimes you click, okay, I want to send or I want to swap,
Mm-hmm.
and it just keeps going back to the
Check.
last screen. Like,
Yep.
but you
Yeah.
have
Check
to
the
set your
slippage.
slippage high enough, or you also have to change the last two digits of the amount.
Right.
Like
You're
instead of
right.
having a trillion even, you have to have a trillion
Okay.
and 11, and then it goes through. Like sometimes it's quirky. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, or not. Like
Yeah.
it's
You know
say
You're
what?
I
right
That
send
there.
it.
very well could be blue collar. If that's the issue, most
Mhm.
likely it could be the slippage or that number
Slippage.
issue.
Yeah.
Now I will say
Set
one
it to
thing.
auto. The best option on Uniswap, just set the slippage to auto instead of having it manually entered. That would take up the slippage at the time of your transaction, whatever is uh, available there. So that way, I think your transaction would go through.
Yep.
Mhm.
Crispy
Else, you could
made a very,
also
very valid
use,
point.
yeah.
Within Telegram, do not answer any DMs from teams. And I'll tell you what, if you get a DM from somebody who's claiming to be a team member, please come to that main Telegram and call them out. One, this makes the community aware of what's going on. Two, you can actually make sure and verify that's the real person. The only time a moderator will reach out to you in a DM is if there is an issue in the main Telegram, rather it's shilling FUD, something of that nature. Other than that, we try to keep the conversations as public and open as we can, minus the private details. So that way, if anybody else runs into issues, they can see how to resolve these. You'd be surprised how many I did the same thing for in a private DM because that's how they wanted it done. And I'm like, guys, let's just take it to a main chat because there's 5 or 10 other people that have the same questions that are waiting. So yes. Did you get that link there, Quester?
I just posted it
So
on my YouTube channel chat. Yeah.
let
Should
me
be
Can
available
you
now.
drop it down in the private chat and I'll kick
Oh,
it over
yeah,
to
yeah,
all
yeah.
the channels?
Right. You can take this.
yeah, I was
That's
gonna say
not
I
the
don't
full
know.
one.
Oh,
I don't
one
know
second,
why,
one
but
second,
for some reason
one
it was
second.
not
Oops, sorry.
showing up
No,
mine.
you're all right. I know for sure that we got the invite link there. And you'll find
Uh,
myself, you'll find Antonio, Mr. Aslan, you'll find us over in the Discord, including Oaf and good old
why
Ultra.
am I
Good old
not
Ultra.
able to invite people?
It says no quotes available on MetaMask. It doesn't show any value next to the
Yeah.
number of coins. Now, the no number or no value next to the coins, that is a common issue. And that's what we were discussing earlier, that Etherscan
No,
just
wait. I think I get it. He's actually, or he or she, I'm sorry. You're trying to actually swap the old contract. That's the reason it is not showing you the details. Probably what is supposed to be done is instead of choosing Arca by writing the token name, whenever you want to swap it, update the contract address there first, and then it will show you the right amount of Archangel tokens, the correct contract. So I think it's picking up the previous contract. That's where you're not able to swap it to ETH. Well, the value on MetaMask, yeah, even in Coinbase, it doesn't show up. It's something to do with pulling the data from, be it Etherscan or CMC or stuff like that. That's with the specific applications as an issue. But you can always use portfolio apps like Zeroin or Peachfolio. Or right now, since we just even verified on the Etherscan itself, you can just type in your wallet address and go ahead and check the actual value.
For me being a Coinbase wallet user, I am excited to see that. I cannot wait to see if it reflects in here.
Yeah. I mean, there is one nifty feature that I really want Coinbase to have is to hide the tokens, because few of those dust tokens are like, man,
I know. I hate that I got to stare at it. I
yeah,
I hate that I got to stare at the dust tokens. I got to stare at my bad decisions. Like it's like get out of here. Like you want to throw this in my face.
all
Let's
right.
see. Yes. Sorry, that was a private DM. Everyone's like, "Are you doing okay?" Like, dang it, I'm here,
Yeah.
guys. I may not be 100%, but I'm always going to be here. Always.
White people. Hmm. All right.
Let's see, guys. We
Not,
broke that 2-hour mark.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yes, we did.
Let's see. Yeah, we want to make sure that he gets resolved.
Yeah, I mean, if it still has any issues, I think probably we would be able to help out better on the Discord group with a few screenshots and stuff. So do post
Yes.
in
Yeah.
on the Discord so that any one of us would be able to jump in and provide assistance on that.
Let's see.
It's okay
Josie
to be
Oaks.
vulnerable.
Why does that
Rest
name
if
look
you need it.
familiar?
Yeah.
At the end of the
Anything to add
tour,
to the total amount when buying? Some use dot. Yeah, I mean, see the whole concept of having a decimal point and added with two zeros, or having the total token count as 99 at the end, it's just a trick on the backdoor to ensure the slippage is auto enabled. All right, so that's the whole logic of using that. That would ensure that your token amount is fixed. So even if there is a variation in terms of token price and stuff, it only
Yeah.
varies in the amount of BNB or ETH that you go ahead and give. That's the main logic behind having it as a fixed amount of tokens. So yeah, those are the things that you can actually use to even set auto slippage. Else, you could also use other platforms, but I wouldn't advise it too much. The main reason being there are a lot of scams and stuff happening, backdoor entries and things. So it's always good that you use it inside your wallet itself.
yes. Let's see, Johnny. No Coinbase wallet with the value still. Yep. It'll probably take some time to update. I remember when mine went out, that other people were talking about it, and I'm like, oh, mine still shows. Mine still shows. And for like 2 days, somebody said it again. I'm like, mine still. No.
Doesn't
I
show.
finally fell victim.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you a funny thing. My Archangel, the new and the old contract were showing before the Coinbase recent update. All right. After the recent update, it's showing me the value of the older contract, and the new contract is not showing any value.
Yep. That's
The new
exactly
update
kind of
which
what
has
happened.
those ETH symbol and the BNB symbol, they added support for Binance Smart Chain as well in the Coinbase wallet.
Hey,
So
Kenny.
you have those symbols now reflecting next to the tokens, whether it's a ETH token or a BNB or a Phantom or a Polygon. Those token symbols are I mean, the network symbols are reflecting. After that update, I'm not able to see the new Archangel token value, but the old Archangel token value is showing up. Pretty crazy, but I don't think so. They're putting in too much of effort in the development. I'll be very honest over here. Coinbase needs to have a real look at customer support as well as interface development.
Yes.
So we have another
Crypto
question.
Web Nerd, I recommend
Yeah.
anything regards to that to please check out on the Telegram. All the details will be dropped in there. There has been no updates released, but make sure to follow the Telegram channels to track that. Let's see here. So
Joe
now
has
that
a question. I did check right now on Coinbase; it's not showing up.
I do
So
believe
probably it might take a little while.
yes, I checked mine
again
and it has
recheck.
not done it yet.
Yeah, I'll have to again recheck, say after 24 hours or 12 hours, whatever it is.
I'll value the bag.
Let's see. Josie did ask a question. Now, with that being said, that would be something to say for Ed. I cannot vouch for how overseas things work in that nature. That's above my pay grade.
There are two ways, as far as my knowledge goes. There are two ways. Having an LLC incorporated in a specific region, say in the US, you have your LLC incorporated. You can operate overseas, but that requires a different kind of a licensing, and you would still be having your home ground in the US. So all those public records and stuff would still be open enough. But on the other countries, you would still have that. There are certain other liabilities and licenses that you will have to acquire, as well as certain details that you will have to share, like similar of what Binance has, right? So Binance has a separate platform for US and a separate one for the .com variant for the entire other parts of the world. So that US is subject to certain regulations which are specific to US alone, whereas .com is not subject to the same regulations, right? So that way you might have operating procedures changing a little, but that again depends on the region. So sometimes the region doesn't depend too much upon such public information and or records and stuff to be maintained in their region alone. It can be centralized, and only if the government or any other certain regulation regulatory bodies ask for it, you might be able to provide it. That's all of what I know in terms of my knowledge. So
Yeah,
Trust Wallet has the B price for the ETH, but not other chains. Yeah, other chains, it's still yet to be updated because CMC and CG needs to get updated for that, and Trust Wallet pulls from CMC, so it might take some time It's on CMC, and we all know how CMC works.
Also, Joe, sir, to answer your question, it does show the value of the bags on Etherscan. I was
Yeah.
just going there real
Yep.
quick. So
Yeah, the value is showing
Yes,
up.
yes. The value of the bag in Etherscan. That's right. So
yeah,
your total value of whatever tokens you hold, like say you hold a trillion, what is that 1 trillion worth is what is showing in your Etherscan.
yep.
It's not the price of specific Archangel token that will reflect. Um,
Right.
Only shows the current value, but not the historical value. It seems like. What do we mean by historical value? I didn't get that. I mean, because ideally it should get updated as and when your price progresses. So
Let's see.
that's how Etherscan works. I'm not so sure on. If you
Uh,
could just elaborate, I mean, probably for my better understanding of what do you mean by historic value. So I have a question about arbitrage. Folks have mentioned different prices for ETH, BSC, Phantom, Arca. I believe arbitrage will help even out price if one like BSC is higher than ETH, Arca. I mean, just to answer that, arbitrage will definitely occur in any cross chain token because there is always a 10 to 15% variance in different chains, mainly because of the pairing that you have with that particular chain. See, if you have pairing with ETH, then it also depends on the ETH price. If you have pairing with BNB, it also depends on BNB price. So when you have a liquidity pair with ETH or BNB, it's not only your token price that drives it, it's also on the other liquidity pair token that drives it. So there will be certain amount of variance. Say, for example, tomorrow BNB rises in price and ETH falls in price. So there would be a certain bit of variation in terms of these two chains. But what you need to actually think of when it comes to arbitrage is you need to first migrate your tokens to that particular chain and then go ahead and sell it. So that migration would incur certain amount of taxes or charges. And until and unless you're moving a big bag of your tokens, it doesn't really make much of a difference. So a little bit of price variation will obviously exist. 10 to 15% on a general note is what I have seen.
Yes, let's see here. Josie also had a good question. Let's see here. Yep, just checking to see that progress only took them 2 months and countless messages. Yeah. And that was a big effort on AIs and Caesar and on the back end. I know it was frustrating. 2 months is too long. Like, come on. You don't want to get me going tonight. I will let my passion
Oh,
fly.
yeah, got it. So
So
MJ11, I
update.
got your. Sorry, yeah. Move on,
Uh,
Kari. You can take this and I'll take the next question from MJ.
Yeah. So update on spaces that we're looking forward to on Saturday. Yeah, some unforeseen circumstances came up, and when we're trying to get a big group of people together, there's schedule conflicts that can happen. So we're trying to get that rescheduled, get everything together, and bring everybody out. I don't know. Have we made any more headroom? I'm trying to think. It is coming. We can say that it is going to come. I don't think we have a specific date or time just yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna circle back around with everybody and just look at schedules again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So to pick up for the comment from MNJ11 regarding that ETH price portion as to when you bought it, what was the price and stuff like that. The same would happen or eventually because that will be available for you at the time of transaction. So you need to go to the transaction hash and then click on your actual value of the token. That is where it will show you the time that you bought, what was the value worth. When it comes to actual normal screen, when you type in your wallet address and you go to your ERC20 token page or the tab, you see your Archangel token that is there. Whatever transactions you have, you click on each transaction and then you go into the transaction, you'll be able to view the details. But when you see on the Outlook, it will only show you the current price. That's how it works. So what else do we have? Any word yet? Have you heard from CMC? Is it going to show the two contract back? Two chains updated. I mean, that's something we will have to wait for CMC to answer. Uh, Honestly, I've seen that CMC has become a slowpoke 10 times more than what it was earlier. So
Yes.
I believe it's mainly to do with the amount of resources they have, and as well as also taking into account the number of projects that are coming out in crypto so quickly right now. I mean, it's a big boom out there. I mean, every single hour you see many contracts that are being coming out, and obviously it's a pressure on them too on one side. But I don't know if they're really planning on investing on resources to go ahead and improve their bandwidth to have these listings done at a much faster pace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, I'll tell you my personal view. If you have one project which is already listed for you, how hard is it to just update the contract on two different chains? It hardly takes 2 to 3 minutes of your time because you have access to the entire portal and you know that it's coming from a legitimate source itself, right? So you are already listed on your platform and you're just updating your details as to two other chains that you are available on. I don't know. I'll leave it to CMC to decide an answer for that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just a crypto guy on the cafe. What got you into crypto and where do you see the industry heading in 5 years? Yes.
All right, good question. What got me into crypto? So, like 10 years ago, my oldest son was like, "Hey, Dad, you should buy this Bitcoin stuff." And I'm like, "That's a big hoax, right?" And so now I'm still poor. But no, it's serious. No, in all
You
seriousness,
regret that decision, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, some people make good life decisions, and then there's me. No, in all seriousness, it was the pandemic. I was kind of bored, working at home. I normally am very fast paced in what I do. So now I'm working at home. I got all this extra time on my hands. There's only so much home improvement one can do. So I just said, this thing is getting real. I'm seeing all this stuff about Ether. This is right when, this is kind of the start of like right when Dogecoin was really running and Bitcoin and Ether started kind of running a little bit. And I'm like, okay, let me get smart on this. And I got smart on it. Bought a little bit of Bitcoin, bought a little bit of Ether, like most people do. And then, then I started kind of getting into the DeFi stuff and knock on wood. I haven't been rugged yet. I feel like I've done my research and my due diligence. So hopefully that will continue. But that's what got me into it. But really, where do I see the industry heading in the next 5 years? Again, not financial advice. I'm just a dude on the internet. But I think there's going to be more and more people like me. I think there's going to be more and more people that are going to see this. They're going to say, okay, this has been around for a while. Governments are starting to talk about it. States are starting to, write laws to accept Bitcoin as payment. And, you're going to see more and more of this mass adoption, which is just going to bring more and more people to the space, especially young people. My son, again, just turned 18 not too long ago. He's already got a crypto wallet. He doesn't even have a license yet, but he's got a crypto wallet and a Coinbase account. And, so I see it kind of going in that direction. More and more people getting into the space. And honestly, and again, not financial advice, I think the time of the meme coins will kind of work its way out. And what you're going to be left with are currency-based cryptos. And then utility-based cryptos, whether it be, front end of the house stuff like what Guardian and Scratch and things like that are going to do, or whether it be back end of the house stuff, like some of the blockchains or some of the, different projects that do different stuff within the blockchains to help, to help them function. And, and I think the meme coin kind of movement will eventually move itself out. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? Who knows where it'll be in 5 years? So, but good question. Thank you for asking.
Very nice.
Yes. So, quick question. How did your son get into it before you did?
Stupid YouTube and internet.
Welcome.
What about us? What about us then?
I have no idea. Like, he tells me all the time. He's like, had you bought Bitcoin when it was 8 cents like I told you to? I didn't even know what Bitcoin was.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows where kids? You know what? I guarantee it was YouTube. I don't know. I've never seen. Okay, we're all grown ups in this little in here.
Yeah.
And, okay. When we were growing up, I don't remember sitting in front of a computer watching somebody else play a video game. Like, you're not even playing, just watching somebody else play a video game for hours. They'll do it for hours.
I know.
I don't understand kids. I'm not.
Yeah,
having
that's
kids
the greatest thing.
I still do it sometimes.
When you were 16, you were getting your driver's license because you wanted to get out and to get your freedom. But
When I was
you know,
16, my parents
they don't
forced me to
even
get my
care, man.
driver's
They're treating
license.
it as their phone, you know.
Yes, exactly.
No, that I don't know. I hope that the driving itch still stays there for those kids. But yeah, no, crypto guy. That's the best part. It's like as soon as you turn 16, it's the parents going, "Yeah, you're done. Go get your own car. go waste your own gas."
So Joe was saying your son can make some videos, brain some how to get your old man into crypto.
He probably could. He has a Twitch account. He's one of those people that makes videos that other people watch and play video games. I have failed as a parent.
Tell him to do some crypto streams.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Yeah. Zen is stating that he has a Bitcoin story. We would like to
I
hear
know,
that.
but he won't come on stream.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
No,
too
we'll keep
crowded.
that story only if he comes on stream. Zen, if you come
Yeah.
on stream, we'll
Zen,
hear your story. Otherwise, we don't want it.
I bet it's gonna be a long story, and I really don't want you typing that long because it's gonna hurt your
Yeah.
fingers. You know, it'd be a lot better if you just voice your story. You
You
know?
know,
Yeah.
we would love to see that emotion, all right? We would like to see that, what do you can say, that inner voice inside you speaking about Bitcoin. We
Passion.
would love to see that love story you had with Bitcoin, the date that you had with Bitcoin. We'd like to hear more about that. So come on
Either way,
stream.
I don't want you typing that long because you've been typing all night. So you should give your hands a rest.
Yes.
We have a lot of people voting for you. Come on.
No. Yeah. I did want to point this out. You know, Joe has a very valid point. Thinking about that video and its concept and the title alone, I bet that would get 1 million hits.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
See,
totally.
all right, there's our PR guy. He don't even realize it. Like, come on.
That's funny.
Right, there's
Yeah.
1 million hit
I
title.
remember Zen did quote that he was actually driving during the Twitter contest that we was, the retweet one that we were doing. So yeah, have a safe drive. If you're driving, do not text.
He's
Yes.
already failed that.
You know how many times I've had to pull off on the road just to with Arca? I think I spend more time in rest stops and on the shoulder than I do actually driving.
Yeah, I remember it would be like in Maine, and then all of a sudden I see Crypto Caddy's typing. I'm like, wait, wasn't he driving for a second? And then he's just, I had to pull the list. Oh, yep. There
I
he
think
is.
the state troopers around here know. They see that
Look
caddy
at that.
on the side of the road.
Look
Oh,
at that,
there you go.
Gary. Send him the link.
Oh,
I'm glad I stuck around, man, because I was about to check
Yeah.
out.
I was honestly right there with you, blue collar. I'm like, okay, like,
I'm like, man, I gotta go work in the morning, yo.
yeah, give me 1 second, guys. This won't take long to shoot over to him. All right,
Yeah.
Zen, where did you bury it at in here? There we go. All right, he's got the link.
All right. Who thinks that Zen is that guy that has the hardware wallet where he's done the seed phrase 9 times and he can't remember what it is, and if he does it a 10th time, maybe that's the story. Maybe he's that guy.
Might be.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Either
gonna
that
say,
or his hard drive sitting in the junkyard.
Yeah,
or in the
that guy
dump.
too.
Okay, on a serious note, though, NH saying during the contract
Yeah.
change, was it normal to lose coins during the process? I will say this. Yes, there was the tax that was also hit. Now, when you are looking at the total of the old contract and the new, you're going to see more tokens on the old because that old contract was still receiving reflections under the old contract. So even though we migrated, people were still trading under the old contract, which gave reflections. That was a hurdle, we overcame back then. That was about a week, almost daily in the chat, explaining that situation there. But no, if you compare it to and I think that list is still out there from the December 5th of the screenshot or the snapshot. You can hunt for your wallet and you'll see that you got airdropped exactly the tokens that were in your wallet at that time. So yeah, definitely want to throw that out there. All right, and Zen should be here in just a moment. Let's see. Okay, he's holding off. It doesn't look like he's seen it yet. Check your DMs in.
Come on.
Yeah, probably he's just pulling over the side of the road to stop by and then come on stream. Let's see.
yeah.
Yes.
Let's give it time.
Oh man. All righty, guys. Let's see. Come on, Zed. Where you at, brother? No tokens were lost at all. It was a 1-to-1 airdrop. That was and as a matter of fact, I can't post stuff like that on a YouTube stream. Hold up.
No, I mean it was all on how the snapshot was taken at that particular point of time and date that was given for the snapshot. So at that point of time, whatever was the snapshot taken and how much ever tokens that were there in your wallet from Etherscan is when the snapshot was taken up. That was the amount of tokens that were airdropped back to you. Now, after this snapshot was taken, there was still trading happening, like Caddy did mention, since the liquidity was still there for the old contract. That was not yet taken off since it's locked. So there was trading happening, wherein which resulted in a lot of reflections. And now some of the reflections were quite huge, mainly reason being many of the holders stopped trading and those big bags actually started giving out a lot of reflections to others who were there. So there was a bit of variation when the tokens were received in the new contract as compared to what was the earlier older contract token count, but that is not because of the loss. There is no loss as such. It was when the snapshot was taken. If you had 100 tokens, you would have got 100 tokens airdrop. And the
Right.
gas piece was borne by the team. In fact, it was somewhere close to around 30 or 35, 36 Ethereum. I think
Yep.
we did calculate it in one of the Arca Cafe episodes.
It was
with
almost
Ed as well.
$127,000 at the time. 127 grand.
That's
And I
true.
think it ended up being
have
more
Zen?
than that. By the way, welcome Zen.
It's confirmed now. Zen's just a black box.
Yeah.
I can't get the
Yeah.
camera
He's
to work. I've
underneath
been
me
trying.
sometime.
Questions. And do you have another OBS or studio software that's utilizing your camera?
No.
Okay, that's typically the number one issue. Like if we leave our OBS or something open, we come in here, it ties up the camera.
No, I
Well,
guess
either
in the
way,
settings-
welcome, brother. Welcome.
In the
I
settings,
think it's just 'cause it's
you'll
Windows
just have
11.
to choose the camera.
Yep,
if you're
yep,
using a
that's
phone,
it.
Windows 11.
If you're
Don't
using a
kiss
phone
on
with a
Windows
dual
11.
camera, it might
No,
have by
I'm
default
on
taken
my
a photo.
laptop, but it
Right.
says the camera has
Oh.
things. Whatever. I can just do audio
All
right
right,
now.
no
We'll work out
problem.
the
Yeah.
camera next time.
Look in the top left of
worries.
your screen, see if it's asking you to approve permissions.
No, it has permissions. It's just not picking it up for some reason.
Gotcha. Well, welcome to the stream.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Finally got me in.
I know. Well, okay, my voice
All
is
right.
not. Nope.
So my
I can't get
Bitcoin story.
excited.
So in 2009, I had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin, and I talked myself out of it.
Oh, that's too
So-
bad.
Yeah. So I used to listen to this guy. I still do sometimes, named Max Kaiser. He's like an investment genius.
Yeah.
So back then it wasn't like you had your phone and you can just buy it, right? You had to find a guy who sold it, and then Western Union a guy money, and then wait for him to call you with a confirmation number that you kept on paper.
Yeah. Super sketch.
And
right?
I'm like, oh, do I really need to spend the $200? Yeah. So that's my story. How I lost billions of dollars.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
I like that story. I'm glad you came on to share it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
of my stupid
inspirational.
mistakes. They're like that. Yeah.
Hi, BCB. How
You
are
know,
you?
I do remember
Moral-
those paper wallets even when Ethereum actually started off. You know, you had
Yeah.
those chits of papers and you only had private keys to access your wallet. You did not have a seed phrase. You only had those long list of private keys and a QR code for your private keys. I still have that snapshot with me on one of the Ether wallets. I mean, you had this My Ether wallet as the only app that was there for Ethereum at that point of time.
So
Yeah.
the moral of the story here for everybody: buy more
Yeah.
Arca. Buy more Arca.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight up. And yes,
so-
that's financial advice. You should.
Yes,
uh,
not
yeah.
financial.
Not
advice.
financial advice, but you should buy more.
Start early. The more early you are,
You should
the better
leverage
profit
the hell
you
out
will
of your
get.
house and just put it
Yeah.
in Arca.
Matt Damon says fortune favors the bold, so buy Arca.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
So Matt Damon said it was okay.
Yep, Matt Damon said it's cool.
Hey, I like that fish eating that shark that you put on Twitter there, crypto guy. That was cool. I don't know where you came up with that. I like
Oh no, that's all Storm stuff. Storm.
Oh yeah?
Every
Yeah,
time he
man,
posts
some of the stuff you guys are putting
Look.
out there, I was like, I don't even know where to start if I wanted to make
No,
that.
he-
Like I couldn't even. Like
No, Storm makes awesome stuff, and then he posts it in the Shill Squad.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we all just grab it and we just
Yeah,
start
yeah.
throwing it out on the line.
Oh man,
And,
any extra
yeah.
time I have when I'm at work, dude, I'm just on Twitter, dude, just hitting because you guys are all over it. I was like, and every once in a while I'll see a new person and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna follow them and just shilling Arca stuff. I'm like, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Look, the channel's growing for sure. Miss
Yeah.
Fred, I know.
Yeah.
We can probably talk about that, but I mean, the channel's growing. There's more and more people every day. We're getting more and more. You know, I'm seeing like Molt. You know, some of our marketers that we've partnered
Yeah.
with. they're starting to get a little bit more vocal now.
Mhm.
So we're starting to get a lot of those eyes on us. When these again, my opinion, when when Guardian, Scratch, when these things start to launch, I think a lot more people know Arca than we have holders.
Yeah.
And when those catalysts start to hit, and and like Joe says, just watch. Well, when people start watching and they start seeing what's coming, I don't know. I think it's going to be a runaway train. So buy more Arca.
You know what?
Not
Because
financial.
a lot of the channels, I mean, I suck in a lot of YouTube. Like I'm more of a consumer than a producer, right? So a lot of the people I watch, they'll have live streams or whatever, and they'll say, "Hey, what projects do you guys want me to look into?" And they'll just pull up the charts, and it's like, man, the chart's not going to tell you crap about any project. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, look at our chart. It looks like garbage. Same with every other chart in all of crypto right now, and it's like, I mean,
I actually put that on
whatever.
Reddit today. I actually put a Reddit post on there today where I copied all the top like 4 or 5, and I put ours under there, and they're identical.
Yeah,
They're identical. Just, it is what it is.
So yeah, it's like what you said,
spending
man.
hours watching the charts, it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
You should spend 15 minutes, read the white paper, 15 minutes, go through their website, another 10 minutes has to understand what they're planning to do in the crypto space, right? So that is how you look at projects. Opening up a chart, I don't think so. I mean,
right. And
that's
and
where
honestly,
I never speak about price points in my videos. I do not want to do that.
No.
I like seeing that Molt. He's starting to post on Twitter, a couple projects and Arca, and it's like, because you have to do a lot of research to even wrap your brain around what Archangel's doing. Like you can't even, it's not even like one post or one Twitter tweet, like, no, you have to go and read a bunch of stuff and try to figure it out. Like, because no one else is doing this,
Exactly. Yep.
But yeah, Crypto Guy, I think you're.
And NH has a question on
right,
what is the first problem Archangel is going to solve. Well, it's quite a long story to actually go ahead and quote that. It's not only one problem Archangel is solving. With Guardian platform coming in, I mean, probably if you tune into the beginning of the stream, we were speaking about Guardian and each component, how it's going to benefit the entire ecosystem and stuff. So that's the major problem. You are having a one-stop solution for each and every aspect related to a specific token, be it the price, be it the market conditions, or be it the market news that's happening about the specific token, and certain other aspects in terms of official announcements. So whatever you want to do in terms of a research for a specific token, it's a one-stop shop or a one platform single that's available for you. That's Guardian. And Archangel in specific is planning to give you that passive income, which is probably a wealth that is going to get generated for years to come. It's not just for a couple of months, it's for years to come, mainly because that particular staking pool reward is not specific to only Archangel tokens. It's giving out benefits for all those tokens which would be part of the ecosystem, in fact. So any other new project that joins the ecosystem, they would definitely allocate a certain amount of their supply as giving rewards to these staking pools. So that's generational wealth that you are going to build with Archangel.
Yeah. And BC brought up a good point, just making sure to keep
You are
up.
absolutely right. I agree to that. You really need to definitely spend some time taking the updates. I mean, in your weekends, at least just run through the announcements pages or the pin messages in any of the crypto groups that you're part of. That should give you the updates of whatever has happened across the week. Or if they have weekly shows like we have Archa Cafe, tune into those, right? So that updates are really very much important.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what's the first problem Archangel is going to solve?
Meme coins.
What is it going to solve? It's going to solve FUD. It's going to solve personal doubt. It's going to solve the anxiety of research. It's going to solve the. I can probably sit here and come up with 30.
That's why I said there is no first problem to Archangel. It's solving a lot simultaneously.
Right.
Yeah,
so
like you're going to save so much time. Like you're talking about earlier, like, man, you have to go to so many different resources, so different places to find stuff out. Like, and like Herald, when Herald comes out, as long as the project managers don't just hammer it with 5,000 things a day, I guess it's still better than trying to get information off of Twitter. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Right.
or these
Yeah.
or 10 other places. Like you got to go to Reddit, Telegram, Twitter, wherever else. Like, no, man, if it comes straight from the project managers or projects themselves, dude, I think that's a big deal. I think
Yep.
that's gonna
You're
That's
that'll
right.
eliminating
And you
that
definitely
middleman.
will not have that much amount of announcements from the official side itself, because I mean it's not a normal promotion kind of a space where you just
Yeah.
put a tweet across stating, okay, this is some good project, go buy it, it's 100x gem and stuff like that. That's not the way that Herald works. Herald is officially for those, and access is also given to only those specific set of people who would have option to go ahead and post official updates on the project itself specifically. It's not a shield zone,
Yeah.
or
I
it's
think
not
that's
a
gonna be
normal.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah,
The
that's very
cloning
much
house.
required. That's a single stop platform wherein you don't need to. In fact, I am not much of a Reddit user. Let me be very honest there. I do not check Reddit too much. In fact, not even a little much also most of the times. So, but I see that many people are dependent on Reddit for updates, right? So, I mean, if you have this official platform launched wherein the actual team will be able to communicate it, it will save their time as well. They do not need to post the same update in multiple channels, even though they want to do it at a later stage. But there is one single space where you can just refer them and say, okay, this is where we have each and everything available. And with Telegram, you see pin messages can be deleted or cleaned out. In Twitter, you can see that old tweets might be lost in all this plethora of other tweets that are coming out. In Reddit also, it's really hard to find certain posts which are a year old or even months old right now, especially in crypto spaces. So but when it comes to this particular platform, Herald, I mean, I think you have all the updates available easily and in a, or what you can say, a one time once it read format, right? You don't need to fiddle around too much. You just go to the token, go to the specific page and read through all the announcements right from the beginning, and it's there to stay. uh, I believe until and unless the project owners decide to remove those announcements, there wouldn't be any actual limit set. But yeah, let's see.
Cool.
Okay, guys. Let's see here. Am I unmuted? Yep. I just got a DM from one of the marketing leads from Caesar there, and he wanted me to mention
Mhm.
that the Arca family, we are giving away, and maybe Miss Brad, maybe you know something about this.
I'm back. Sorry.
You're fine. Just got a DM from Caesar about the Elapal cold wallet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if I misconstrue this at all, please correct me if you know a little bit more details than I do. But that Arca family, we are giving away one Elapal wallet, cold wallet. Okay. One thing, that is a hardware wallet. I do want to clear that air out there. That there is that big difference between a cold wallet and a hardware wallet.
Right.
But the Elapal wallet, we are picking a winner by tomorrow morning. Do we know what time?
I don't have an idea about this. It's probably brand new, and Caesar and I haven't connected since I've been on.
Well, guess what,
Okay.
Miss Bread? You're just gonna have to make something up, and it's just gonna be set in stone. Like,
So
hey,
we're gonna
tomorrow at
secure this a little bit.
12:39,
So
whatever.
we will say there'll be an announcement made tomorrow afternoon, before dinner time. That's the best I could probably say.
Where on Twitter or
He
Telegram?
he has it on Telegram. He says, Arca family, we're giving away one Elepo cold wallet, hardware wallet. We're picking a winner by tomorrow morning, and then he has a list of what needs to be done. So that's
Cool.
he just posted that on the Telegram.
And by the way, if you don't know what an Elapal is, there's always one. Oop, shining everybody there. So don't mind the fingerprints. But this is probably what he is discussing is the Elapal Titans. It's ironic. I got one sitting right on my desk ready to go.
Nice.
Oh, okay. It's dead. But ultimately,
Crypto's
great
gone
device.
forever.
You're doing a great job selling this, Caddy.
I know, right?
Totally.
And you know what? We need to let the Elapal reps know that, hey, we're doing this. It's a surprise to all. Wait, she doesn't know about it. Oh, shoot. Sorry there, C's.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So comment, follow, subscribe on to our official social media pages. The official social media, we got Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Why do I always want to forget Facebook and Insta? So go check out Quester on Insta. Come check us out on Twitter. Come see Miss Brett over on Facebook. Go see Caesar on Just a Crypto Guy on Reddit. We'll all be looking for you over there. Make sure to drop a comment and share it to that specific social media page. And guess what? You got to work for it. Tag 6 family or friends. Because, guys, inside the Telegram, we did a poll. It was about maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And how did you hear about? Oh, crap. Sorry, replay from the Daytona. How did you hear about Arca? And where did the majority of that stuff come from? Well, it came from family and friends, from Reddit, and from Twitter. And I think YouTube was the underdog in that one, because when you look at what potential YouTube has, I've seen some conflicting data, but yes, the word of mouth is key. It is truly key. We got one. I'll call him a soldier in our community, Mike, Mr. Crypto Mike. That man has shielded more freaking people than more people have living in a city. So hats off to him on that one, but make sure just try to get the reach out, the organic growth, the word of mouth. You're not out there shilling something. You're out there explaining why you believe in the project. It's that simple. Don't need to put a lot of thought. Just remember what made you say, this is the project that I'm going to buy in, and slap that table. That is the best show that anybody can have, because that's why you believe in it. Trust me, when I get passionate, people can tell when I'm genuine, because it's like there's a whole different demeanor in me, and it comes out. So that's one thing. Keep it real.
That's why it works, Caddy. So, I mean, how many do you guys use a product because your friend used it and told you how much they liked it? Who likes, the kind of car you drive, right? All my roommates, they all drive Toyotas. Everybody I know drives a Toyota because they talk about how awesome it is, right? It's the same thing. Word of mouth is the most effective marketing. And, just be honest. Don't make false promises to people. Just be like, hey, I bought this because this actually does something.
Yep.
Look at what they're doing. Look at their website. Let it do the work for you. Help answer questions. Everybody can answer questions about it. It's super easy. And if you don't, just send them to the website or the Telegram or the Discord.
Yeah, good call.
That's how you do it.
Yep. And Miss BCB, don't forget about the after party in the Arca Shill Squad. I may have to miss tonight's Arca party.
My after parties, I'm going to sleep, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what? I like to think that Crypto Mike just went to every single door and just knocked on every single one of them. It was like, hey, bro, do you have 5 minutes?
I could imagine. I really could see that with him. He is such an awesome dude, though. And by the way, if you don't know, check back a few. It's been maybe 5-6 episodes ago. But he came in and joined us for a little bit. Granted, he was having fun. He was having fun. Let's see. I think we're all caught up there. And on that note, guys, we have been here for almost 3 hours. Blue Collar, sir, I know you work in the morning. Many of you guys work in the morning. I'm probably going to be sleeping in. I'm not going to deny that one.
Yeah, I'm not putting out any videos tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm not firing up the studio after this one. It's me going upstairs and curling up in a ball.
Yeah, man, you need to get some rest for sure, buddy.
Good night.
I'm going to get there.
Yeah. I mean, just before we end, a couple of things which I want to quote on Guardian. The white paper, the light paper, and the website, all three would be live prior to the launch. And they are also sending it across. The contract is also being sent across for an audit. And that also should be done and ready before the launch. So give or take, I think the next 2 to 3 weeks is when we can expect the pre-sales and stuff to complete. And probably March is when we might see Guardian getting launched. But again, this factor is not dependent on the Archangel team alone. Since the auditor is an external auditor, we'll need to wait till the audit is completed. There might be certain other timeline changes that might happen. The push is to get this done by March. But if in case it doesn't happen by March, then April it is. But it's definitely coming pretty soon.
Yeah, that's the one thing, we had deadlines that the project's trying to meet, but at the same time, not going to sacrifice that quality of, want to make sure I's are dotted and T's are crossed. The biggest mistake that a lot of projects make is they wait to get their audit till their tokens launched. And guess what? They come back with critical errors, with high risk errors, with things that forces relaunches, forces revamps. And to have that audit before launch, I'm patient. I'll be patient for that one because you know what? That just shows more substance going into this and the thought that's went into this pre-launch. Really proud of how the entire Arco ecosystems and, with you guys in Scratch, with what Guardian's doing, it's really setting a precedent for what needs to be done. And I'm glad to see that we're being part of raising that bar out there, raising that standard.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's quite big of a discussion, but when it comes to certain security aspects as such, 100% liquidity of Guardian will be locked immediately after launch, right?
Yep.
And that's something that you do not see in a lot of projects. I mean, in fact, hardly 0.1% of the projects even do that. 100% of liquidity lock. So that's something that's really interesting, and that's uh, something of a very good security aspect, I would say, because that way no one has control over pulling out liquidities and things. And also regarding the KYC portion, I think KYC Castle will KYC the Guardian website once it is released, and that process may be finished prior to launch, depending on their service delivery schedule. That's also pretty much
if you remember to the cafe last weekend, and we had a special glimpse at a flowchart that showed administrative functions, that showed launch procedures. It broke down a lot of detail, and that KY Castle was pre-launch, and everything that's going to be executed the way that was laid out is going to follow that course. They're not going to rush anything in this aspect. The timeline has been laid out. The sad part of it is I don't want to say sad part, but it's at that point, Arca and Guardian has executed everything flawlessly. And this point, that weight is in other people's hands beyond our control. The audit. There's just those aspects. It's like, okay, I'm cringing because I'm like, there's no control. Like, I can't control this. Like, I can't go over and put my foot on your throat and say, get this done. It's just one of those things, we got to trust the process in that aspect. I hate using that word because I'm not that guy. I don't like to be like where I can say, I can't do this. But keep in mind, we're making sure I's dotted, T's are crossed, and we're going to have a solid launch with everything. So congrats, again, Zen with Scratch with what you guys got going on that side of the table. And again, the president that's being set out there for crypto, raising that bar, raising that standard for everything.
Yeah. And to what you said, Caddy, that having to wait on third parties because the development is such on a large scale, we have to get third parties involved to build it. Speaks to the scope and professionalism of the team. They're bringing good things to market. It's going to be a wild ride, so to speak. But also, it's hard to explain what Archa in the ecosystem is accomplishing right now. It's easy to say they're setting a new standard, but I mean, in 5 to 10 years, everybody's going to be copying our deployment methods because, they're going to be building new SOPs and stuff. Because as banks get involved in crypto, as people start building retirement account plans around crypto, they're going to demand a certain level of results and stability in the market.
Right.
Which comes, there's going to be regulation. Obviously, it's moving that way. And we're in the basement, right before all of this stuff gets deployed. So we're way ahead of the curve. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Well,
we're being proactive, not reactive with the situation. Recognize the times are changing and they're changing rapidly. And trying to stay in front of that, that's something where 90% of projects out there are going to fail. And it's going to be a regulation or an administrative error. Rather, it was something within their tokenomics that doesn't supply and support the project long term. Rather, it was a piece of paper that was not filed correctly. Rather, it was something in the contract. Like, there's so many mistakes out there that have been made, and the diligence that's being taken on all sides of the table. It's impressive. with the projects I've vet out and the things that I have seen, it's a new standard, man. It's crazy to watch people actually projects taking this as seriously and understanding what is coming. Let's see. Okay, that one's good. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I am going to call it an evening.
As you probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All respect to you, Caddy, but like, man, you need to
Yeah.
get some rest. And not on the dog bed.
Yeah, and chicken soup too.
Make sure it's an actual bed. For him.
Yeah, Kira's
not
saying
dog.
that's in my
Lots
future.
of fluids.
Yeah.
Lots of fluids. Sleep. Take melatonin.
Since the stream started, and,
More fluids.
wait, we can't forget. I did have that too, and then we can't forget the icing on the cake tonight. I think I was.
Yeah, you ought to be sleeping
So
good
Zeddy's
after
got
that.
the fluids down perfectly.
All right,
Oh,
more
yes.
fluids.
Hey, guys.
Talking to somebody who has not missed a day of work in decades. Like, I'm that guy. I will drag myself literally if I got to
Don't do it,
crawl
man.
into
Just
work.
take tomorrow off, buddy.
Send me
Yeah.
home. Like, I'm just that guy.
Hey, man, I'm there with you, too. The only time I've taken off work in the last 15 years was when I died.
Lord.
And they still wanted me to come in.
Yeah.
You know what? If you had actually done that during the pandemic times when it was at its peak, you would have just gone ahead and coughed a little or sneezed a little. They would have sent you home.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. Like,
Not my
even now,
job,
like
man.
That's how I got
Hey.
spaced at
Yeah,
the
you
movie
know,
theater.
you could try that. Caddy, you
I
can
got
try
a
that.
fever. Man, you're
Yeah.
off for
Just
10
go there
days,
and just
man.
sneeze around a little. That's enough.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
guys,
seeing
it's
all you
been
guys
an
on here, man. Impressive turnout tonight. Cool.
very, and again, welcome to the newcomers in the room. I see some different faces. Thank you. Do my best there. Joe saying good night, host and guests, awesome cafe. I think this was a record for people on tonight. Thank you, everybody. Miss Bragg, Just a Crypto Guy, Blue Collar, Zen. Guys, it's been freaking awesome. I'm sorry I couldn't be my chipper self with y'all.
I got.
Oh,
I
you're
got
plenty
sent in
chipper.
because
You need
of
more
the-
fluids.
I got sent in because of the streamer pressure.
Yeah.
It was not pressure. I just had to tell my Bitcoin story, how I lost billions of dollars because some shady guy in a zombie apocalypse store was like, yeah, we just Western Union this guy money. I'm like, I should leave.
It was totally because of the streamer influence.
Yeah.
I love that story.
That
That's
was
awesome.
Yes.
Hey, when
All
did you
right,
realize it was a huge
100%
mistake?
true. The guy even had a mullet.
How many years went by before it was like, oh crap, dude, I screwed up? Because it wasn't like 6 months later. I mean, most people
No,
haven't heard about Bitcoin till 2013 or whatever, right?
I ignored it, and then when it hit 50K, I went, what? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, guys. All right. Nelson, good night, sir. See that
Love
one
you guys,
down
man.
there.
I'm gonna check out.
Yes.
All right.
We'll
Yeah.
see you, Blue
Right.
Collar.
See you all.
Yeah, man. See you guys.